there, we're talking to you. That's right. It's a freaky day here at the Bob and Tom Show.
So close.
I wasn't necessarily trying to hit anything.
Just trying to talk about around the food in your mouth?
No, why?
Oh, I thought you had food in your mouth.
No. Earlier I did, and then I chewed it and swallowed it.
Oh,
That's how that works.
It's the Bob and Tom Show live from the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. Obviously live, otherwise...
I would have shut up.
This would have been much cleaner.
There's Christy Lee at the Silac Insurance Company news desk. Pat Godwin across the way. Jeff Oskey over there at the sports desk. Chickster on vacation. I'm Josh Arnold. There's Ace Cosby.
Hey.
And Tom, I'm going to say Let Your Freak Flag Fly is one of the top 5 songs with freak in it.
I agree.
What are the other 4?
Super Freak?
Super Freak, Rick James.
Right.
La Freak.
La Freak?
La Freak. Freak Out. Remember that one?
Yeah, sure, of course.
Freak on a Leash, Korn.
I'm not aware of that one.
Yeah.
Is that a good one?
Yes, yeah.
Whenever I think of Korn, there was a contest that the station down the hallway did. And first prize was a free Korn tattoo.
Yeah.
The guy that won, and the Korn, they spell it with a K.
Oh, yeah.
That's the kind of rebels they are.
Oh, yeah.
I love that about...
Isn't it backwards, too?
Yeah.
Oftentimes.
Oh, the K is backwards?
Yeah.
Oh, even more significant.
Yeah.
Those guys are really rebels. The winner got a Korn tattoo, a huge one across the back of his neck. So
Awesome.
That'll look good in the old folks' home. Hey, honey, you spelled it wrong. You know, I like cream corn. It's good for my dentures.
Well, everybody will be the same age at that point, and they'll go, oh, man, you were cool back in the day. It might help him out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
You
nice.
know.
I always see it when I'm putting in your enema straw.
A lot of dad tattoos in the
Yeah.
old folks' home these days.
Right.
That's for sure.
A lot of Doors tattoos.
You think there's a lot of Doors tattoos?
Well, I think if there are going to be there are many Doors tattoos now as there are going to be Korn tattoos.
See, to me, if the first prize was a Korn tattoo, the second prize should be not getting tattooed at all, and maybe a little cash.
I'm not a tattoo guy either.
But
I always
okay.
like them on other people.
So that's their song is what? Freaky Korn? I didn't hear that.
Freak on a Leash.
Freak on a Leash. I'm not familiar with that one. I thought we'd shake things up a little bit today by going upside down and starting the show with Today in History.
Oh, my.
Oh,
Now, I'm not prepared to actually have the playing music, so Pat, if you wouldn't mind, could you...
I found something old.
there it is.
Thank you very much. Boy, Pat, it almost sounds like...
I nailed it. Right key and everything.
You definitely got the pomp. I don't know about the circumstance.
Are there words to this song?
I don't know.
I think so.
Oh, really?
Let's all walk down the aisle.
Hold your applause till we're all done. Except you of certain ethnicities, obviously, aren't going to obey the rules. Okay.
80 degrees.
Obviously aren't going to obey the rules.
Hey, ever go to a graduation?
I have.
Get back to me on that, okay?
I was also one of the wilder people.
Tell me I'm wrong. And again, I'm not in favor of that. I think you should be able to go nuts when whoever walks the aisle. Don't hold your applause.
Big deal.
I don't know why they keep doing that. It never works. Just embarrasses people. And then, like I said, it almost got the Vietnamese guy into a fight with the lady next to me. I'm not kidding. Happy birthday, Jim Thorpe. Anyone, Jim Thorpe?
Is he a runner?
He was indeed.
Very fine athlete at the Olympics. Didn't they take his medals away or something and then give them back? I forget. There was some. There was some problem with that, but very Gladys Knight.
Oh, she has pips.
Of course, the famous pips. And what did we determine?
She had those removed.
Pips.
Oh, she
pips
did?
were.
What were
Isn't that something in office supplies or something?
Pips?
Is it a pip? The holes in a notebook. I forget what it is.
Personal improvement.
Happy birthday! Oh, the great turning 80 today. Believe it or not, you talk about classic rock. John Fogerty, one of the greats from Creedence, and still out there playing, and still terrific on stage. If you get a chance to see him. Happy birthday to Jake Johnson.
He's a great actor.
From Let's Be Cops.
Yeah, New Girl, The New Girl, and Jurassic World. That guy's really, Safety Not Guaranteed. That guy's great.
Oh, I love that movie, Safety Not Guaranteed.
I'm a big fan of that guy.
Yeah, that's a terrific movie. Stay till the end, by the way. Now, Pat, here's a trivia question for you.
All right.
I want to know the name of the company started by these guys. Okay, ready? 1889, Edouard and Andre Michelin.
Well, it's something to do with tires.
They were foodies, of course. By the way, what is the connection there?
I don't
the stars
know.
and the tires? I don't know.
Do you want to know the honest truth?
Yeah.
Well, they wanted people to use their tires more, so they set up all these locations that people could drive to try this food so that it would get people to drive their cars more, to use their tires more, so that they would have to buy more tires.
Interesting.
Wow.
Wow.
Look at that.
It's kind of an odd connection, though. I mean,
Yeah.
would you want to have a Goodyear burger?
Well, they're Michelins.
No, but I'm saying the connection between, never mind.
I've never eaten at a Michelin star restaurant.
I haven't either.
And isn't the scale something like just 3?
Yeah, I believe. But there's multiple people who have like I believe like Guy Fieri has like 2 or 3 at 2 or 3 different of his restaurants. So you can actually hold like 9 through your 3 different restaurants that are each 3-star.
Gotcha.
But very, no. This is a significant date in history because in 1923, the Attorney General of the United States said it was legal for women to wear pants in public.
1923.
Thanks for nothing.
Yeah, that's when our country started losing its way, Josh.
All right, then we'll get rid of yoga pants.
Wait a second.
Hold it. Hold it. That means we have to come back with a song. That's one of my favorites of Pat's. Perhaps we'll get to that song coming up in just a few minutes. That sound good, Pat?
Sure.
A little bit of yoga pants. Now, this is, of course, a big day in 1951. Willie Mays connected for his first major league home run.
What year?
1951.
Yeah.
You know what Willie Mays' middle name is?
Willie.
Ironically, we were talking about it before. Corn.
Corn maze.
Okay.
Had to help you guys out there now.
I'm trying to make this first break. I'll just tie right up in a neat bow. Okay. In 1999, in this date, after 22 years of restoration, Da Vinci's The Last Supper was put back on display. 22 years.
Boy, I guess you don't want to mess it up.
But I mean, come on.
Take your time.
Hey, I'm taking Tuesday off. Are you kidding? And slow down this process? You're working Tuesday. We gave you Memorial Day off, you loser. We got to get
I
this.
saw it, though, when they fixed it, they would have put some people on the other side of the table.
Yeah.
Really rounded it out.
That always bothered me.
Yeah. Nobody's eating like that.
You don't get the aesthetic of that? You don't.
I get the aesthetic, but it's saying this is false. This isn't the way it happened. And by the way, what was served?
I forget. It's been a while since I've read the gospel. I don't remember if what they did serve.
Maybe after they served all the wine, the guys kind of buddied up.
Oh, my gosh.
What do you mean?
What is wrong with you?
Don't ask.
They
Apostles.
switched sides of the table. Never mind.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Eating from the other side of the buffet, so to speak.
In 2018, Coca-Cola launched its first alcoholic beverage in Japan. It was called Lemon Dew, a canned lemon cocktail. I don't know how it did, by the way. When Coca-Cola entered the booze business. They have not done that here, am I correct?
I don't believe so.
Okay, well, that's certainly good to know. Speaking of great beverages, the Bob and Tom Show is, of course, sponsored by Java House, the official coffee of the Bob and Tom Show. In fact, Java House providing the official refreshments of the Bob and Tom Show, meaning that Java House also has all kinds of cool stuff like tea. They've got special hydration drinks. They've got that famous hot chocolate, the cocoa, that a certain member of our staff is a big fan of. Java House is all about ease and great taste. Peel and pour. You just take one of these guys. It looks kind of like a Keurig cup. It's just a hair bigger. You don't put it in a machine. You just peel this top off, and you pour it in with whatever kind of heat you want. You want hot coffee. You want hot tea. You want iced tea, whatever it might be. This one in my hand is the Cold Brew Colombian. Their most popular, I have been told. It's, of course, amazingly smooth. It's from Java House, and the way it works is you can go to javahouse.com. Use the promo code Bob and Tom. That'll get you 25% off your first order. So see what I'm talking about. Get rid of the clunky machine and make your coffee and your tea with ease in the morning, in the evening, whatever you want. Java House peel and pour pods for coffee, tea, lattes, energy drinks, hydration drinks, and the aforementioned famous cocoa. And what is your favorite, Josh?
I like what I'm trying to think of what he wants here.
He wants cocoa.
Cocoa.
Oh, come on. I know that.
Salted caramel's really
okay, there you can go. Check out all the flavors and all the options by going to javahouse.com. Break up with your brewing machine and get started at javahouse.com. Once again, that code is one big long word, Bob and Tom, to get 25% off your order. That's Java House, Java, javahouse.com. And we saw the Java House car in the Indianapolis 500 over the weekend. Coming up, we have a real odd story about something that happened in the trousers of one of the drivers.
Oh, no kidding.
Oh, yeah. Why are you giving me an oh, God?
Well, because I had a dream similar probably last night. I'd like to thank you very much.
Oh, you're welcome.
Yeah.
I pride myself on it.
Did you wet the bed?
No, this was the other way. I had a high anxiety dream that I had shorted my pants. I couldn't get enough toilet paper to clean myself up. Thanks a lot, Tom. I blame you.
Right now there's a guy going finally, and he's running off the road.
Some guy just...
No, it was a dream. But I have to admit, I was a little afraid to wake up.
And let the bidding begin.
You can't buy Christy's panties, but you can buy her new T-shirt. It's going to be available for just a couple more days. This is my favorite of the shirts we've done in ages. Just check it out. Give it a look-see at bobandtom.com. It really is cool. And I just was handing out some yesterday to some friends. Hey, can you get me one of those shirts?
Oh, cool.
They're very nice. We have a lot going on today. We've got in the news. We have swimming. We have sex. We have a sad obituary as opposed to a happy one. We have breakfast cereal news.
Oh, we're all fans, aren't we?
Big fan.
Moose is in the news, and
Pronounce meese.
pornography in the Amazon.
Really?
Yes. It's fascinating, involving a huge lawsuit. Apparently, they also, not only they're getting the internet and the Amazon, they're also apparently getting attorneys.
Wow.
Well, Mr. Boogaba, we can handle your case. We're coming right back. These are the O'Reilly Auto. That's the guy's name. These are the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. This is the Bob and Tom Show. Christy and I were talking about a dream date, and I thought we would maybe
with each other for the first time ever.
Maybe it might be easier if I sent my assistant on the date with you, and then she could tell me if we had a good time or not. And then
that's exactly what I see that coming.
Never mind. Now, do you turn your phone off?
I put it on vibrate.
And where is it?
It's in my purse usually.
Okay.
I mean, I don't look at it. I wouldn't.
Okay.
But you have to keep your phone on.
Oh, yeah, come on.
No,
not only answer it. Hold
he's
on,
wearing the Bluetooth during dinner.
that's completely false.
Absolutely. This is important. Hold on.
Completely false. I almost never answer my phone.
All right.
Very, very rarely.
Yeah, I don't. No.
All right. So you got that, unless, of course, it's one of your kids, right?
Well, that's the thing. I look at it.
Yeah, but you got 5. 4 of them could call at any time.
Yeah, 6 out of 10 calls are from your kids. You know that.
6 out of 10.
Which happens 7 out of 10 times.
Yeah.
9 out of 10.
The other 4 are wrong dials.
And chances are you're going to have to go pick up one of them, so that means I'm going to be sitting there by myself for a while.
You're bitching at me already? I haven't even answered the phone.
So there you go.
What would be your opening
Shiraz or
salvo conversationally? What would you open with if
I've known you half my
say you
life.
did.
What do you do for a living? Mm-hmm.
Say you didn't. What would you ask me something, or would you start telling me about your
let's
life?
not do that. No, let's just approach this like the two people that you are. What would you talk to?
Let's stay in
reality.
So
what we talk about.
You know, I've never thought of you romantically.
Well, we have 2 hours to kill. Let's talk about what's wrong with chick.
Wow.
Let's talk about how you
sex, baby.
Yes, sex. How you like it.
How do you approach it?
Well, see, now we had
how
you
you going to approach it, Tom?
See, now we had the list of first date turnoffs.
What's your move, Tom?
Crack this code?
Come on.
Here we go.
How are you going to get those ankles on your shoulders? That's what I want.
Yeah, because see, not on this list from USA Today. Mismatched clothes, 36% first date turnoff, and you go up the list,
close.
and body odor, 94%. I'm clean. I have no body odor.
No.
My pet peeve, first day turnoffs, women who don't put out.
Wow.
The reviews are in, and America can't get enough of Chick McGee's Silac commercial. Fanatical fans everywhere are even watching it in reverse. You know, this actually kind of makes sense. Truth is, you won't be finding any retirement checks in your mailbox until you first go back into your house and log on to SilacINS.com. At the Silac website, you'll even find a special link just for Bob and Tom listeners. Hey, hold on now. This part shouldn't be going backwards. There we are. It's SilacINS.com. Don't go backwards in retirement. Look forward to your retirement. Look into an annuity from Silac Insurance.
I had a moment where my girlfriend thought she was pregnant. Mm-hmm. And by the way, if ladies, if you suspect that you're pregnant, tell the guy during the day. Don't wait until you're about to go to sleep.
Oh.
Because that's what she did. She's like, I have a cramp. I might be pregnant. Good night. I'm like, no.
Good night.
I don't think so. I go, well, let's find out. Well, what are you going to do? So I, hauled butt to Walmart.
Yep.
And
Got a test.
got myself a little test.
Doctor in a box. Yeah, I know.
2 o'clock in the morning, and of all the times to get recognized. I walk into Walmart in the night shift. Hey, Fluffy. I'm like, oh, great. What do you need? A miracle.
All right, here's some tickets to a Grateful Dead concert. Right.
So I found the aisle where they sell the pregnancy test, and I realized something. Walmart has figured out the evolution of how life works, and they put it in aisle 4. As soon as you turn the corner, you see condoms. Then you see lubricant. The next to the lubricant, you see pregnancy tests. The next to that, you see Pampers. Next to that, formula. And at the end of the aisle, they sell beer. It's a full circle.
I am amazed at the women who do that.
At what?
I was with a friend who will go
We are,
nameless,
you know what? Us as guys are also
and
amazed.
he goes,
Exactly. So I'm sorry.
This guy,
So Christy, you're talking with one of your not boyfriends, but
just
male
a guy friend,
Yeah.
and he goes, I can get a woman to send me a naked photo within the next 10 minutes.
And?
I go, no way. 8.5 minutes later, bing.
Wow, Monsignor, that is impressive.
Okay, that's less than 8 minutes.
What happened now?
Sent me a video of their
Go ahead, show that.
ex-girlfriend.
No, show it to Tom.
Why can't you? I don't want Christy, cover your eyes.
Oh, I've seen it all before.
No, yeah.
Oh, my God. Wow.
Evidently, she's lost her keys.
Oh, my Lord, that is...
Yeah. Does that look like something out of the movie Dune or what?
It really does.
Let me word it this way. That puts the C in graphic. We must. I've got to.
Wow.
I've got to go.
Hold on a second.
I've got to go.
That is a slut.
I've got to.
That is an ex-girlfriend.
That's not someone making a sandwich, even though it looks like it.
Wash your hands and make me a cheese sandwich.
Oh,
Mommy, why is that woman massaging 2 pancakes? Wait a minute.
When you become a Bob and Tom VIP member, you get more and less.
Wait, what? Which one? Which one is it? More or less?
It's both. VIP members get more stuff to hear and less commercials to not hear.
So Bob and Tom VIP is a good deal?
Yeah, more or less.
Hey, looking for the link to sync with Bob and Tom VIP? Yeah? It's right there at bobandtom.com.
Hey, it's the Bob and Tom Show, live from the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Christy's here, Pat Godwin, Jeff Oskey in this morning. There's Ace, I'm Josh, and there's Tom.
Now, we were talking about high school graduations, college graduations. And,
yeah, it's a fun time.
Yeah, I just went to one. Congratulations to my daughter, Sally, graduating from high school. But at the graduation, they make a real big deal about, please don't applaud till they've all received their diploma. And that never works.
Never.
And there was a guy in front of me going nuts. I didn't really care, but he almost got into a fist fight with the guy next to me. I'm not kidding. There was a whole weird aspect of this whole thing, apparently involving the Tet offensive. I'm not sure what it was.
Yeah, they still may have been upset.
But it was very weird. But I have a question. So I think they should just say, hey, look, do whatever you want. If you want to applaud, that's great. What about booing?
Booing? Why would you boo?
I'm just asking. Hell? Last in his class, boo.
That kid was a dick all year.
I'm just saying, it's the graduation season.
Yeah.
Lots of speeches.
I had to go to the bank and take out a loan to pay for gifts.
Series of gifts. Okay. Have you ever done a graduation speech?
No. Thankfully. I know you have.
Yeah. It's a tough crowd.
Yeah.
Because you've got the students that all they want to do is get out of there.
Right.
Their parents.
Mm-hmm.
Their parents, and then little kids. I remember the one that I did, the first thing I heard was a screaming baby. Thanks for getting the sitter, honey. It's not too distracting.
Ooh. Now, my niece graduated this past weekend. Congratulations, Delaney. The graduation, 9:30 in the morning on a Saturday on the football field.
Really?
What?
They're like, we want to get it done and be on with our days. I was like, that is awesome.
That is.
No, I don't like it.
My son's is 3 o'clock this Saturday, and I have to stay sober until 3 o'clock.
And it's indoors, probably, right?
It's
Stuffy.
indoors. Exactly.
My high school, the high school the girls graduated from, they were an indoor gym graduation till COVID. And then they moved it to the football field, and now they've done it there ever since because it was so much better.
Yeah.
So much better.
Really?
Yes. You have a lot more space. Everybody's crammed in.
You got to set up the chairs.
It was great. No, you sit in the bleachers.
Yeah, that's what we do. I mean, they set up the chairs for
the kids sit in the bleachers
No,
too?
we sit in the bleachers, and the kids sit in chairs on the floor. They have set up chairs on the floor at the gym.
What if it rains?
Well, you would take an umbrella, Tom.
Yeah, we did the football field. Ours went in the evening.
Oh, ours was in the middle of the day.
6 or 7 or something.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I like the 9:30 a.m.
I know.
That's too early on a Saturday.
That's what
I teach the kids about day drinking. Let's be realistic here. Time to check out the mailbag, but first I'll mention once again our pop-up shop. Yeah, this really cool T-shirt out there. I rarely mention the fact that we occasionally throw T-shirts and stuff around, but I'm mentioning it now because I really like this one. If you get a chance, you can see it at bobandtom.com. You have a couple of options, I guess. There's a long sleeve and a short sleeve.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I like that black one.
That's a short sleeve.
That is the short sleeve.
Mm-hmm.
No, this is a letter from a guy referencing a story we had a couple of weeks ago. This is from a fireman, firefighter.
Yep.
Brave men and women out there doing that. We always appreciate their hard work, saving lives all the time. And I'm not kidding. We had a story about this guy going up, and the only thing that survived the fire was a Billy Bass.
Oh yeah,
remember this?
Yeah, absolutely.
And it still worked. And it was all over the internet. There's a picture of the Billy Bass. Billy Bass is the famous plastic fish that sings.
Take me to the river.
Yeah, I have the plastic one in my office. I should dig it up. It probably needs a new battery, but I'm a big fan. I think it'd be great if you went to like a really classy place like the Museum of Modern Art and there's Guernica, and then you walk in the next room, there's Billy Bass. And you take a little bit of the piss out of the place. This is from Ben, and he was doing the firefighting thing. Late one night, we got called to a house fire. We got there, put the fire out. We were sweeping the house to make sure the fire was out. Myself and a few other firefighters went into the attic. When I stepped into the attic, I heard a demonic voice go, hey, don't tickle me.
Oh.
There was a half-burnt Tickle Me Elmo. It scared the crap out of me.
It had to have, yes.
Thanks for making my morning. He says, oh, this is nice. He says, I've written a haiku. Did you know the haiku rules, Josh?
I forget them.
Isn't it 757 or 575? What is it?
I never really cared about haikus. Yeah, I always forgot the.
Yes, and.
It's 575.
If I don't know, I don't know.
Fake it.
Yes, and kiss my ass.
Kiss my ass. Wait a minute. Yes, and kiss my ass. That's not enough syllables, Josh. Now, would you please?
I wouldn't know.
He doesn't know the rules. He doesn't know the rules, poor guy.
He goes, this is the haiku. This may or may not be within the designated structure. I don't know. The Bob and Tom Show, delivering laughs all day. Tell Josh I said hi.
Hi.
That's the haiku. Isn't that sweet? It's all about you, and you pissed all over it.
I didn't piss all over it. I didn't know. I don't remember the.
It's 575.
The rhythm.
Well,
No, you had to ask me.
I hope you're happy.
I hope you're happy.
Ben, I'm so sorry.
I haven't been happy for 8 years.
Here you are, a brave man. A brave man out fighting fires, and Josh craps all over your day.
Not at all.
Thanks for the letter.
Not at all.
Okay, Christy, you've got
This is from
something?
Mike in Salem, Ohio. Good morning. It's fantastic listening to Tom say fish sticks. It's like just the words themselves have boogers on them.
Well, I've always assumed what you're trying to do is, because he goes fish sticks. You're trying not to say fish dicks.
Yes.
Because if you just say, hey, I had some fish sticks last night, oh boy, I bet you had to have a lot of them.
You know, I know that a lot of the things that I say are irrational, and the way that I act doesn't make any sense. But I don't know why. I don't care for fish sticks, but I love it. Every once in a while you go to a restaurant and you get the fish and chips, and they're great. And that's essentially what fish sticks are.
Exactly.
Yeah, but for a while there was only a Band-Aid's worth of meat in the fish stick.
Breading, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the
was all
breading's
minced.
what's good.
It was all minced.
Minced fish.
Is there a good fish stick out there that isn't, as Ace says, all minced up?
No, yes.
yeah.
I like the Gordons. I don't know about
Okay,
you
I'll have to
guys.
try them, maybe.
You aren't going to. There's no way Kelly will let you have fish sticks.
Hey, well, she's not the boss of me.
Yes, she is.
Okay, maybe she is. All right. Here's a nice letter. If you're just joining us, by the way, thanks so much for being here, and we're here too. We are here specifically in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios, and this is the Bob and Tom program. We're reading some mail here. This is from Brad, longtime listener, first time emailer. First of all, he says, no sign of Bigfoot here in Monroe, Michigan, Josh.
Yet.
Okay, it's a coming. He goes, I want to tell you guys, I had to switch you off yesterday. I was riding home from my vasectomy, laughing so hard, started to hurt down there.
Oh, no.
Ooh. Well, good luck with that. I recommend, what is it they say, frozen peas?
Or corn or whatever.
Well, you can cook them if you're going to eat them. I mean,
No, frozen peas on the sack.
A bag on your bag.
The post vasectomy surgery.
Oh, I see.
The bag of peas is malleable. You can wrap it around.
I got you. I thought it was like the chicken soup of vasectomies. You get one and then you eat a bunch of frozen peas.
This is from Tammy. She writes, I was driving home from work the other night on a dark 2-lane highway. Oh, this sounds like the beginning of a Stephen King story. It was late at night. I was driving down a highway, 2 lanes. I rounded the corner. Suddenly, on the final rise, walking down the middle of the lane, a large black bear.
Ooh.
Yikes.
The only reason I saw him in time, writes Tammy, he raised his tail and I saw his beehole. It gave me a few precious seconds to stop. Then she goes, yes, a bear anus saved my life.
Oh, boy.
Okay, well, thank you very much.
She almost literally drove up a bear's ass.
We have more bears coming up in the news today. A bear that actually falls through the ceiling of a house.
Oh. Yesterday, we discussed a story. A gentleman was using a particular song in the bedroom.
Yeah.
But the song was called like Sea Hunt or something. What was it called?
Like CPAP or
It was not CPAP.
It was something a little weird, though.
Sea Hare.
I have it right here.
Sea bait?
It was Sea Bat.
Sea bat.
Sea Bat.
Hudson Mohawk's Sea
and
Bat.
the essence of the story was his girlfriend
Hated it.
hadn't said anything for 2 years, and finally they broke up because she hated it so much.
Right.
We had played a little bit of the song. I would have broken up immediately.
Yeah.
It's abysmal. It's kind of a EDM type thing, but it just doesn't work. At least the portion we listen to is just not, it's certainly not sexy at all. Well, Anthony writes in, he says, while in my younger years, in the 2000s, my girlfriend and I were starting to strum our filthies.
Oh.
I've never heard that phrase before.
Look at that.
Strum our filthies.
Not especially romantic.
When he had a mix CD playing, and in the middle of the throes of passion, Cotton Eye Joe came up. It hadn't been for Cotton Eye Joe, I'd been married long time ago.
Throw you off your game.
That's wildly inappropriate.
He began to follow the beat, and after a short while, she looked at him and said, "Are you doing this on purpose? What's going on?"
I would have laughed out loud.
Yeah, she made it stop. So she did the right thing by saying something immediately.
Wow, that is rough. Here's a little taste of that song that the guy said his girlfriend hated. I guess I'm just.
Well, it starts out weird.
No, you're not
and I
alone
think
here. This is bad.
Okay, here it is.
I want to know which beat he's stroking on. It's like there's not an obvious.
It changes here.
It's sort of like deliberately awful.
He stops it before it changes. It does change into a different. rhythm, if you will.
It's painfully bad.
It is, you're correct.
So sorry, Seabat, not my thing. Now, we are going to do one quick dream here because this is really, we've been talking about unusual dreams that maybe you call them an anxiety dream. This comes to us from Mark, works overnights. He's in Kentucky. He says, I dreamt that I worked for your show.
Ooh.
I was a behind-the-scenes guy. I came to work. The show was hosting a contest for fans. I didn't know what was happening or what I was supposed to do. I saw another staff person and asked her, how long will this be going on? She said, check your email. I didn't have the email. That's when I woke up. I do have one question for Tom. Are you going to mail me my paycheck or do I have to travel there to get it? Okay, good. I hope no one has anxiety dreams about this place. Anybody?
Yeah,
all the time.
I used to before I was on it, yeah. It was always, I was going to be a guest and something would go awry.
I have anxiety about this place, but it has no dream involved.
Usually after I wake up.
Yeah.
The dreams are dead.
Driving here.
Yeah. So much.
I see.
I'll go dig a ditch.
Okay. Now, Pat, when we come back, what song are you going to play?
The song you asked for, Tom, Yoga Pants.
Yoga pants.
Yoga Pants.
Yeah.
Big fan.
I like at the end when it turns out to be a guy.
Is that the way it's going to be today?
Confrontation.
We're celebrating the, the 102nd year that women are legally allowed to wear pants in public in the United States of America. Hard to believe. It's been 100 years. Can you imagine if they, instead of having Depends panties, they had to be skirts? Just to give that some thought.
That wouldn't work, Tom.
The bend would be the same.
It'd be very ineffective, I think. Just to give that some thought and get back to me.
All right.
Right now, the Bob and Tom Show brought to you by BetterHelp. BetterHelp is all about the importance of getting rid of the stigma, first off. May Mental Health Awareness Month, and that's a very big thing. And the late Jim Irsay talked about that a lot. He was very open about his struggles. And we'd like to remind you that there's nothing wrong with working on yourself a little bit with counseling and therapy. And BetterHelp is all about accessing therapy in a much simpler manner, in a private way. You can do the therapy wherever you want to be because the therapy is done online. Right now, the latest number I saw, 35,000 qualified and licensed therapists are now working in the BetterHelp program with millions, quite literally millions, of clients. So find out all the details by going to betterhelp.com/BT show. And then, like I said, the therapy is done online. So you can do it wherever you want to be. A lot more convenient. You can do it like a Zoom call with a camera going, or you can do it just like a phone call, or you can even do it texting back and forth. It's the largest online therapy provider in the world. The BetterHelp folks would like to hook up with you. Once you can get the details at betterhelp.com/BT show. That /BT show thing will get you 10% off your first month. So get the details. BetterHelp, HELP, betterhelp.com/BT show. Now, coming up, we have a little bit of yoga pants. We have an update on the guy that swam around Martha's Vineyard in honor of the movie Jaws, which is kind of a thing, and which kind of a weird thing. But we also found out there's a little catch to what they did to keep this guy from getting eaten by a shark that I think is kind of cheating, but we'll let you know about that when we return. We are in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios, and this is the Bob and Tom Show.
your brewer, switch to Java House. Amazingly smooth barista quality cold brew in seconds with no equipment required. Just peel and pour over hot or cold water. Effortlessly easy. Coffee, teas, hydration and energy drinks, hot cocoa and more. Order online at javahouse.com. Java House, the official coffee and refreshments of the Bob and Tom Show.
Now, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show.
Hello.
I mentioned that our guests include that man. He is comedian Greg Warren. And this other guy who is word dude lexicographer. Did I get it right?
Yes, you did.
Steve Kleinedler, who is originally from Flint, Michigan, now living in Boston, part of the American Heritage Dictionary Group. And they've got a bunch of books that are actually kind of fun. The series is entitled 100 Words, etc. 100 words, for example, that make you sound great. 100 words that make you sound smart. We're looking at 100 words for lovers for Greg Warren and Christy Lee. Here's one.
We're not lovers.
Well, no, but you're on your dream. But here's one.
Matter of time.
Here's one. Heartthrob.
Oh, heartthrob. Come on.
It's an easy one.
Sure it is.
I bet you're quite the heartthrob.
There you go.
I can feel my heart throbbing.
Excuse me.
I'm sorry. When I pee, is that what you said?
Wow. Wow, that is really bad. Very, very uncomfortable.
Do you have another word? Now, let's move on.
I like pigeon and I cannot lie.
See, that's where I say that.
One of your people up front were telling me you were having a problem last time with the word entrance. That you were all reading it as entrance?
Well, when we first got it, so why in the world would entrance be?
Oh, yeah.
Why would entrance be
in a book about lovers?
About lovers.
That is not an entrance.
That is not an entrance.
That is the wrong entrance.
That is an exit only.
Yeah, that's how we were doing.
That's how we, yes, you're right. Entrance was...
Yeah, here it is right here.
Greg, your eyes are so entrancing.
See, I told you they twinkle. Look at them.
They do twinkle.
To fill someone with delight, wonder, and love.
It looks like an entrance to an empty room.
There's nobody home.
I got stuff up here, Bob. I got stuff up here.
I'm sorry.
All kinds of stuff.
Okay, here we go, Greg. Here's an easy one. Ecstasy.
Oh, yeah.
Ecstasy.
And don't be going.
Do you know where I buy some ecstasy?
I'll tell you what would really make this date go better.
The only way I'm getting laid is if I can find some ecstasy.
Well, next word. All right.
You'll notice the American Heritage Committee did not put date rape in here for a reason.
All right.
Is roofie in there?
No, it is not.
Okay, here we go. Here's an easy one. Crush.
Oh, yeah.
I need to confess that
this chair is crushing my nuts.
Crush, please.
You are a horrible date
yeah, you
doctor,
are.
counselor.
You're telling me?
I'll have a beer and she'll have an orange crush.
And keep them covered.
Now, here's a word. If you can use this on a first date, comely.
Oh, that's not. You don't want to use
If this
that
happens,
word.
wait, I think tell the story again. And I always love the story about when you and Cheryl were playing, and the day that you finally, the day that she quit playing one-on-one against you.
You mean when I finally beat her?
Yes.
This is Reggie's sister,
a couple years ago.
She wasn't going to play anymore.
Well, when I sent her shot into my mom's rose garden, we started playing horse.
Right.
But you got to remember, Cheryl was always 2 to 3 inches taller as we were growing up. So I started to catch her in height my freshman and sophomore year of high school. So up until that point, Cheryl dominated me. But she dominated everyone, though. I don't feel so bad.
Didn't she score how many did she score that one night? You scored, what was it?
45.
45. She came in and...
You know, I'm gloating. Because we had played in the away gym. She had played at the home gym. So my dad was with her at their game, and my mom was with me. So we get in the car. Hey, I had my best game ever. 40, 45 points. Strider started. Strider, what did you do tonight? And she looked at my dad and kind of looked down. My dad's like, oh, she had a pretty good game. I was like, oh, yeah, but I bet it wasn't 40-45.
Yeah.
No, she had a really good game. Well, what's really good?
Uh-huh.
She had 105.
By herself?
I'm like, the team scored 105? No, son. Cheryl scored
105 points.
5.
I bet that record still stands.
I believe it does. They beat that team 179 to 12.
God.
The point guard, which is still a record, had 39 assists. I mean, it was like crazy numbers.
The Midwest.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. We're live from the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. Christy, Pat, Jeff Oskey, Ace. I'm Josh. There's Tom. All here having a great morning. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you very much, Josh. Let's go across the way there, Mr. Godwin. We had a request because we are celebrating today the legalization of pants for women.
I had no idea that was a law.
Yeah,
Women couldn't wear pants.
Now, we should clarify they had to wear dresses.
Right.
They weren't running around,
No, they had those long skirts.
Porky Pigging it. Yeah, they did have coverings, but the pants were made legal to wear by women on this date in 1923. Oof. And Pat has a tribute to pants in a slightly different way of contemporary pant fashion. I'm a big fan, by the way.
Full album version, and there's a little surprise at the end, unless you were listening to the break where Josh ruined it for everybody.
Oh, that was a spoiler?
And I'm just kidding. I love a lady in a cocktail dress, but it's not my favorite, I confess. You know, it makes me think of romance. A pretty woman in yoga pants. Woo! Now I'm behind a gal in yoga class. Can't take my eyes off her shapely ass. I should move, no namaste. Those yoga pants sure making my day. I'm out of shape, she is not. I'm soaking wet, she's smoking hot. My yoga pants sag in the back. In a downward dog, you can see my crack. I try to focus while she touches her toes. I can't concentrate on my own pose. I don't have a ghost of a chance of getting in her yoga pants. Yoga pants are tight and bold, and they mold every fold by a pair where active wear is sold. Those pants were made for yoga practice, but worn all day, they do distract us. Your kundalini flow shows off your camel toe when you wear them to the grocery store. They rock me to my core. I wish I was your man. Yoga pants, I'm your biggest fan. Look at the girl with the long blonde hair and her beautiful derriere. She turns around, caught me sneaking a glance. Damn, that's a dude in yoga pants. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Oh, I just love those yoga pants. I really love those yoga pants. Even Elvis really loves those yoga pants. Woo!
Oh, yeah. Pat Godwin, little tribute to yoga pants.
What album is that on?
Hotel Pool, the new one.
Nice. You can still
nice.
get that, right? Anywhere you
We are
get
all
your-
out of digital copies.
Nice.
That'd be something.
Sold out.
And we were talking about graduation, and my contention that it's okay to applaud for each kid when they come out, because they all do it now. Please hold your applause to the end. It never works. Why not just acquiesce to the obvious? I would like to make a point. If I were to do another graduation speech, I would make this point. One of the things you as graduates need to learn to do, you're getting a lot of nice presents. Thank you notes, please. They seem to be few and far between. I don't know if
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's kind of on the parents a little bit to say, hey, make sure you write your thank you notes. I'm going to sit here. You're going to write those thank you notes.
Yeah.
My daughter graduated in 2020 from high school, and when I moved, I found a box of thank you notes. They were written and they were addressed, but never mailed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoops.
That's on you.
That's not on me. It's on her. She's a grown-ass woman.
She told me
them.
you said, I will stamp and mail those.
No, I didn't.
I'm just saying. 2020 was a weird year.
Yeah, I know. Bless her.
That really was.
She does get a pass.
Yes, and there's a whole generation that got ripped off twice.
For sure.
She did.
They got ripped off with high school and then college graduation. No, that's no good.
Well, I had one graduating high school, one graduating college, and they both got that same year. They both got ripped off.
Yeah, and proms and all
that stuff. Yeah.
And in some cases, I guess, because this is the 5-year anniversary, right?
Mm-hmm.
Am I getting that right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And so I guess some of the 5-year reunions, in some cases, they're actually capping and gowning it and
that's cool.
doing the walk.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
That was rough going to school like that. I remember Jimmy go, that was really a tough time.
Yeah.
Now what just sucked.
I wish they had done their prom because that was the big one for them. I mean, she just bought her prom dress the week before the country shut down.
Right.
And
turns out they probably could have. But hey, what are you going to do?
I'm sorry.
Haven't seen the latest from the CDC saying probably fine? Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Now, hang on a second. I just got to eyeball Josh. Okay, good. I'm just trying to get your casket size figured out. Okay, now, do you remember the...
I have a better chance of being stomped on by a woolly mammoth than dying of COVID.
Are we rolling tape? Okay, good. I want to play that at the wake. Now, Christy Lee, do you know who was very controversial? Because we're talking about the anniversary of pants. Mm-hmm. 102 years ago, pants were made legal for women in America. And it sounds completely ridiculous, but it's true.
Isn't it because a lot of them started working in factories and it was safer in pants than
during the war?
Yeah.
Well, 23, there wasn't really a war going on. But, I mean, eventually, obviously, that became an issue. But with respect to television, the big pants breakthrough was...
Lucille Ball?
Nope.
In the movies with
Mary Tyler Moore?
Mary Tyler Moore on the great Dick Van Dyke Show.
Those cute little capri pants?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That was a big deal.
And in the movies, it was Katharine Hepburn.
I was going to say Katharine Hepburn.
Yeah, she was famous for those sort of...
I like pants.
Yeah.
It's a good book. Her biography is really good.
Oh, thank you very much. Now, it's time to grab a little bit of sporting news. Mr. Oskar, are you going to handle that today?
Sure. The Pacers, they won 130 to 121. Tyrese Halliburton had 32 points, 15 assists, 12 rebounds without a turnover and a sensational postseason performance to lead the Indiana Pacers past the New York Knicks on Tuesday night for a 3-1 lead in the Eastern Conference Finals. The Pacers have not lost consecutive games since March 10th. Halliburton carried the Pacers to within a victory of their second trip to the NBA Finals.
Did they have their backs against the wall in this game? They tend to perform well when they...
Yeah. Game 5 is Thursday in New York.
It was a pretty tough battle there for a while. The K came out in the second half, and they kind of...
Were they down most of the game?
No, they were... I just watched the first half, and it was back and forth, back and forth, back and forth.
Same with me.
You got to be careful, though, because Saturday, if you went to bed when they were ahead by 20, when you woke up, they lost.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
So you got to be careful. Can't go to bed early.
Speaking of the Pacers, a man is facing charges for allegedly stabbing 2 New York Knicks fans at a brewery in Indiana.
Ooh.
Man. WXIN reports the incident happened May 23rd, the night of Game 2 between the Pacers and the Knicks. Police say a verbal fight at the bar turned violent. One man was stabbed in the back. Another was cut on the leg. Court documents named 24-year-old Jarrett Funky as the suspect. He's charged with battery with a deadly weapon causing serious injury and criminal recklessness. The victim told police Funky smacked a Knicks hat off one of them. From what I read, he was then kicked out of the bar. The guys went outside to smoke, and then he came back and stabbed both of them.
Oh.
Outside while they were having a
maniac.
cigarette.
Yeah.
Guy's a
Smoking's
lunatic.
dangerous.
Yeah, and I don't think the Pacers had come back yet.
Hey, you know what, guys? Turns out the game kind of went my way.
My bad.
Sorry about the stabbing.
Here.
I thought you were. I thought you were Timothy Chalamet, but yeah, that's pretty awful. So
and
calm down a little bit.
Yes, please enjoy your sports without knives.
Yeah.
Christy, you had your little dream. Rain delayed the start of the Indy 500 on Sunday, and the rain left Connor Daly stuck on the grid with a full bladder.
Ooh.
The 8th place finisher revealed later that he ended up peeing in his fire suit while
I have the audio
before the race even began.
Have the audio?
Yeah. This is not the audio of the actual urination.
His penis mic?
They're micing everywhere now.
I'll tell you, Fox's coverage is pretty amazing. Auto award. Let's go to the dick mic. Okay. No. This was there's a famous banquet after the Indianapolis 500, and Connor Daly's a great guy, a friend of the show. We've known his dad for years.
And they're no strangers to pissing their pants.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
it says here, never in my life have I ever urinated in my car until Sunday. I was sitting there thinking, this is the best car I've ever had, and I'm going to have to pee.
They're Irish, right?
Yeah.
He's peed his pants.
We do that.
I said, I literally did the entire race sitting in my own pee.
The entire race.
See, what happened is there was a delay, so the drivers are not allowed to get out of the cars.
Right.
Yeah, but that's like half the snake pit. Like they're watching in their own pee.
Well, here's Connor. Let's in Connor's words, here it is.
I legitimately urinated in my race car before the race even started. Before the race even started. People asked me, like, when did you do it? I was like, we didn't even start. We sat in there for 30 minutes.
Was it because you had to go, or was it excitement?
No, I had to go really bad. It was, I don't know if it's the diabetes or I'm just getting older, but Elio should know he's like halfway to 100. I don't know if that happens to him a lot.
He's implying that Elio Castroneves, being an older gentleman,
can't hold his urine.
He is about halfway to 100.
Yeah.
But we'll get more information about that important aspect of sports coming up. We are in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. This is the Bob and Tom Show. So we're getting back to your hobbies, James. You're a bowler.
Yes.
You got that going for you.
Yes, sir.
Golf, skydiving, scuba diving, skiing. You went skydiving? How'd that go?
Yes, I did. Well,
was it a tandem jump or did you?
It was a tandem jump. Yeah, scared me. I'm big.
I was going to say I don't
scared you. Who were you with?
I was going to say the other dude. I was strapped to the guy.
What do you weigh in at? Do you mind if I ask?
Then I was about 280, I guess. I'm probably 295 now.
Oh my! Now is the person when you do the tandem? Is the person with the chute?
Land on somebody else.
Is the person with the chute in back of you?
He's behind you. You don't have to do anything. You're basically like luggage.
You're looking at. You're just watching the ground come at you while the guy behind you
has
the chute and does all the work.
And you've never been so glad to have a man strapped to your behind. Ever. You will never. And you know, they call it a sport, too.
Well, sure, it's very difficult.
They're like, did you like the sport? And I was like, falling is not a sport. You know, if it was, my grandmother would win a medal. The Silver Hip Award goes to.
Yes.
If you want to make a sport, you should just throw the parachute out of the plane and then make the guy jump and put it on before he hits the ground.
Oh, I like that.
Now, for competition, throw one parachute out, 3 or 4 guys jump.
Yeah. Oh, there you go.
He won.
So did you glide in, James?
We glided in, and on the tape.
Did you fall or did you land standing?
At the very last minute, he said stand up, and I was already going down, and there wasn't no. There wasn't no. But my ears did not pop. The thing with the ears. Yeah. So when I hit the ground, immediately I was like. He was like, how do you like it? And I was like, it was good. I enjoyed it very much because I could not hear myself.
Couldn't hear a thing.
Well, that's because, see, if it were me, I would be tightening every orifice in my body to prevent leakage, including my ears.
Plus, there's a dude behind you.
Yeah. And that part stayed. That my ears did not pop until maybe the next day. And I had to sing that night. I was doing a play called Smoke on the Mountain.
You're a singer? I didn't know.
Yeah, where you sing gospel music. It's a gospel music play.
You know, smoke on the mountain, fire in the sky.
It's a great play. Yeah.
So I'm trying to sing. I'm like, amazing, great that we've been found.
Well, that's unfortunate. I want to apologize to anyone knows that might have.
Well, I don't know if you're deaf, you automatically talk that way, even though you can speak.
That's what it sounds like when you're talking.
Yeah, I mean, it's nerve wracking. And the more scared you've already done it, the more scared of it you are, the better you get out. The more you get out of it. You know, it is really like that facing your fear and all that stuff. And when you're standing in the doorway of that plane,
it's
every cell in your body screams, "You better hold on to something." I mean, it's overwhelming. I remember we weren't prepared to do this. We're completely doing this.
That's why I'm stalling.
GLORIA, glory.
That's not Clint Black Sabbath.
No.
Now, how do you introduce Mr. Sabbath?
I don't know. I haven't done this in 15 years.
Okay.
But you just take certain lyrics of some songs and put them with another song. I see. Like he's going to play Born to Be Wild. Listen, and I'll tell you about a man named Jed. Poor mountaineer, yeah. Barely kept his family fed. And then one day he was shooting at some food, yeah. Up from the ground come a bubbling crude. Black gold Texas tea. Sweet tea.
Nothing like sweet tea.
Try that.
I like drinking sweet tea.
That's nice.
Try one of the other ones, whichever one you want to do.
How about
Your cheating heart will make you weak. You'll try and try to sleep, but sleep won't come the whole day through. Your cheating heart will tell on you. Oh Lord, yeah.
All right.
This is James Sibley as Clint Black Sabbath.
I can't believe I'm doing this. Generals gathered in their masses, just like witches at black masses. Evil minds that plot destruction. Sorcerer of death construction. In the fields of bodies burning, as the war machine keeps turning. Death and hatred to mankind.
Nice.
Poisoning their brainwashed mind. Oh Lord, yeah.
Oh Lord,
all right,
yeah.
that's good enough.
Oh Lord, yeah.
Oh Lord, yeah.
Oh Lord, yeah.
Clint Black Sabbath.
Very.
That's great.
Makes it a lot.
I love that.
The Steppenwolf thing, the Born to Be Wild. You should do that if you ever go karaoke.
I got to do that one.
Yeah, do that. You can sing Beverly Hills, and you've heard the Purple Haze Green Acres thing, right? Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I love doing.
Oh, well, I haven't heard that.
I guess that always makes everybody
happy. The words from
happy.
Green Acres fit great. Green Acres is the place to be. Farm living is the life for me. Land spreading out so far and wide. Keep Manhattan, just give me that countryside.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from The Bob and Tom Show. Miss some of the show? Become a Bob and Tom VIP and subscribe to the audio and video podcasts. The Bob and Tom Show, on air, on app, and on demand.
Super Center.
Hey, it's the Bob and Tom Show, live from the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. Christy Lee is sitting at the Silac Insurance Company news desk.
Thank you.
There's Pat Godwin.
Hello, Josh.
Jess Hooker has joined us.
Hello.
As has Jeff Oskey at the sports desk while Chick's on vacay. There's Ace Cosby. Hey. I'm Josh Arnold. And there's Tom. And Tom, I was shocked to hear you telling us about how you've been reading Dianetics and you want us all to convert to Scientology.
Of course. Oh, wait a minute. No, I thought it was a diet book, and then I realized
It does sound like a
doing
diet book.
okay.
It sure does.
We have an interesting story out of the world of sports. A friend of the show, race car driver Connor Daly, who was leading some laps there for a while. Very excited.
It was exciting.
He made an announcement at the banquet. They interview the drivers and talk about what happened, and he mentioned that in the pre-race portion of the thing where they were just sitting in their cars.
There was spit and rain a little bit.
Yeah, so they were it got delayed a little bit. Here's what he had to say.
I legitimately urinated in my race car before the race even started. Before the race even started. People asked me, like, when did you do it? I was like, we didn't even start. We sat in there for 30 minutes.
Was it because you had to go, or was it excitement?
No, I had to go really bad. It was, I don't know if it's the diabetes or I'm just getting older, but Elio should know he's like halfway to 100. I don't know if that happens to him a lot. Elio? Man.
Is pointing at Elio Castroneves, the 4-time winner of the race, is a man of a certain age, approaching 50 or...
he sounds like he could be a country singer, doesn't he?
He does. I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah.
Who, Elio?
No, Connor.
Oh, Connor. Okay, that makes much more sense. Because Elio
is
be
50.
Yeah, and he's also a country. The country is Brazil.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
And now in Portuguese, a little bit of I have friends in low places.
Well, I almost peed my pants at the race. If you were there, it was a sellout, and the bathroom lines were the longest I've ever seen them.
Oh.
Yeah, it was. They were so full.
No, they say this is an odd stat. I don't know if you heard this. 1 in every 1,000 people living in America attended the Indianapolis 500.
That's so wild.
That means approximately 350,000 plus people were there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they were definitely there.
They were.
Then you can always make the argument, well, that means that 999 of 1,000 weren't there, Tom. Hey, go to hell, okay?
There's not enough of that in debate shows.
You mean arguing with yourself?
No. Just somebody going, hey, why don't you go to hell?
I was just talking to myself.
Right.
But, yeah, Connor's a great guy. But I don't know how... We'll put it this way. What if he had won? Because he's wearing a fire suit. So presumably it's visible, I would think.
Oh, I don't think so. I don't think
Really?
you see it. Mm-mm.
You don't you have a fire suit?
Yeah, I have a fire
Why don't you bring it in and pee in it, and we'll see if it's visible. Anybody on board for that?
It's red. I don't know.
There's lots of layers, right? Like there has to be an absorbent layer.
The
in
one
there
we have is
somewhere.
red. I don't know if you'd see. Well, you might see it. I don't know.
Okay, well, still, it would be very. I guess you wouldn't care. Here's my guess: what you do if you were to get out of, you'd immediately get the milk and spill it
Yeah.
on your crotch. Because they say that Ozzy Osbourne used to dump the bucket on his head because he'd peed his pants. So whether or not that's true, that's certainly a classic. But next time you see Connor whizzing down the backstretch, you'll know he was whizzing down the
Poor
backstretch.
Connor. Now that's all he's going to be known for in your mind.
He brought it up.
If I worked for the Depends people, and God knows I should.
Depend. Yeah, I know. I noticed that the other day, too. That on the commercials, they really make a point to say depend.
Because we've been saying depends forever.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and I knew that. I knew that when I wrote this joke, and I thought, you know something, I'm going with depends because that's the way it goes.
Yeah.
So I'll try to restructure the joke now. If I were working for the Depend people,
there you go.
It doesn't sound good.
No, it's not funny.
Yeah,
I rewrote it. I thought, but wouldn't that be? I mean, seriously, if you were working for them, wouldn't you go, hey, next year, Connor Daly's car, you pitch him a little bit of money, and they put the Depend thing on the side of the car.
Would he have to wear it?
Whatever. These race car drivers need sponsors, and it would be a great story. He's already told the story.
Yeah.
And it would be, you'd get a ton of publicity. And how cool would it be to go, hey, you want to go up to the Depends suite with me? I hear they're giving out free samples.
How many people at an event like that, 350,000 people, huge bathroom lines, do you think are wearing an undergarment for peeing?
There might be some.
You think 1 in every 500?
Well, remember that story we had?
A lot more get arrested or a citation for indecent exposure.
Well, that's what I was going to say. I'm just proud they're actually waiting in line now. Back when I was growing up, you just peed wherever at the 500. There weren't no lines.
You open the
you open the car door
and the other door, and then you have your own little makeshift. Yeah,
but you can't park in the infield anymore. It's hard.
I
to do
peed in
that.
public yesterday.
You did?
What?
Yeah.
At a pond.
I was driving around looking at ponds.
Yeah.
And I had to pee real bad, and I just pulled off the side of, like, it was a kind of a busy, it was near a Walmart, and I just got out and I found a tree and I peed, and I was like, I could be arrested for this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Real thrill.
Like in a park.
Well, especially with all those traffic cams out there now. You don't want to get.
Maybe I spoke too soon.
You may be getting a little citation for going too fast. Yeah. So anyway, I think someone needs to contact the Depend people and get them on board for this. I think seriously.
No. Are any drivers wearing them proactively?
Maybe.
Hey, there's a good chance I'm going to have to pee.
Would be a smart idea, wouldn't it?
I don't know if they'd admit it. Would they?
I don't think there's any shame in it.
No.
Hey, this is part of the sport.
Remember remember we had a story, I think it was some SEC championship game or something, and these three guys,
yes,
they went on their porch and they drank beer all day to test and they wore adult diapers because they didn't want to have to get up during the game to miss anything.
That's when you got on the kick of trying to make us do it here in the morning.
You guys,
that's right.
Rough week.
We were all gonna wear adult diapers on the show and spend the whole morning.
Yeah.
We even bought the diapers.
We still have. Yeah, I was gonna say I just rearranged closets, and we have like a big plastic wrap that I was gonna put on the floor in case there was. It was all the stuff.
And he wanted to weigh each afterwards, weigh each diaper with a fishing scale.
Yeah, and then somebody went legal on me, and the next thing you know,
It's terrible.
Well, we got numerous emails going, don't do that.
Yeah, we all put the kibosh.
Well,
I think we sent
we
the
said
email.
that we're not doing it.
we were gonna limit it to number one. I mean, let's be honest.
Still.
So generous of you.
Because that'd be rough.
No race
Wait a second,
wearing a diaper. Right?
I can't have any funny remarks here. I gotta focus.
You guys don't do that during the show, do you?
Do what?
What?
Go and do anything other than a number one.
Oh, I've had to.
Very, very.
People do. Trust
very
me.
rare.
It is rare, but we've had to.
Oh my gosh.
Did you see who
Most
was
of the behind the
didn't Ace? Wasn't it? Was it Shaq that just did it on
Oh yeah, he took off. Yeah.
in the middle of a broadcast?
He was doing some kind of cleanse with olive oil, and he was like, I can't wait till the commercial, and he took off.
Yeah.
You gotta love that. You gotta love the guy for going, hey, look, I mean, well, like he cares about anything at this point.
Yeah,
Right.
He's got.
right.
I'll be getting on my private jet while they mock me. So have fun.
Can he fit in the standard
It's tough.
Oh, I bet it is tough.
saw?
Yeah, I stood next to Shaq, and it's unbelievable.
There's no way he's going on an airplane, like a commercial flight.
No way.
I mean, he literally.
Yeah.
Would not be able to fit.
So big.
And do they make the Depend product in his size? Like a
Yes, because we got some that were
remember?
massive.
Yes,
Yeah, they were huge.
like-
Yeah, it was kind of crazy how
Yeah, that
big
has
they were.
4 S's on the end of that. Depends.
well, so we'll look forward to seeing if the Depend people step up and put their name on a car. I think that'd be a great
It's
idea.
gotta be expensive though.
But it would get so much publicity because it's a funny side story. It's not it's not just another brand of oil.
Yeah.
Or something that people aren't going to understand.
But they kind of have the market cornered,
I
right?
was going to say they sort of sell themselves.
Yeah.
Like
It's not something that you seek out.
No, but it would make it a little. It would make it a little bit hipper.
Have you guys? I mean, the latest commercials they're talking about not so much a diaper, but like a pad.
Yeah.
And there's a guy on a golf course and he's swinging, and they're like, "Hey, you can avoid that water trap, but you don't need to be wet yourself," or something like that.
Okay.
And it's a guy like my age or whatever. So they are they're working on some kind of new campaign.
And this is really funny until you need them, and then it becomes really unfunny. It's like hemorrhoid cream. I've never needed it, but I imagine that there's nothing funny about roids when you've got them.
Oh.
So
yeah.
Maybe that'll be the prepreration age car. I guess they probably put that on the midgets. This used to be
means the small cars.
Yeah, that's what they're called.
I know.
No, I don't mean that small people are. How'd he get so small? He rubbed himself. He used preparation H suntan lotion. Now he's on the yellow brick road. I don't know. Right now, this portion of the Bob and Tom Show is brought to you by the Silac Insurance Company. Now, down the road, it'll be time to retire. And when it is, it would sure be nice to know that you're getting a paycheck still and that it's going to come no matter what and that you can't outlive that paycheck. Well, that's what annuities are all about. Annuities are also designed to counter market volatility. What does that mean? Well, if you've been following the market at all lately, the bonds, the stocks, they're up, they're down, they're down, they're down, they're up. Who knows? Annuities are going to get rid of that concern on your part, and you'll have a reliable income. So don't stress about retirement. It's something to think about now so that you can, every day you're going to feel good knowing that down the road you're going to be okay. So find out all the details, see what restrictions might apply, and get the details from the Silac folks, the experts on annuities. SilacINS.com is where you'll find them, and it's SILAC. SilacINS.com. Another easy way to get information is just to grab your phone and call pound 250. So you hit that hashtag /pound mark. Pound 250 and then say these words, lifetime income. That's lifetime income. Pound 250 and say lifetime income. Just to get information. Or go to bobandtom.com where you'll see a little link. To get an annuity from the Silac Insurance Company. We like to say plan on it, live on it. Coming up, we have more sporting news. We have some sad news from the world of rock and roll. One of my favorites has died. We'll tell you about that coming up. Also, we have news about breakfast cereal and mousse. Not together. Not in the same store. No. Would you eat Mousse Flakes? I would. It's new from Kellogg's, Mousse Flakes with Bullwinkles as spokespeople. Well, then I'd immediately get it.
They have Moose Tracks ice cream.
Oh, yeah. I love that.
Oh,
good.
Very tasty. We are in the O'Reilly Auto Parts studios. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Alex and Christian are both great competitors. That doesn't always translate to a smooth workplace.
Hydrate, hydrate.
Boom. Productivity around here? Not smooth. Excuse me 1 second, guys. That's it. One of you get me a coffee.
Want a barista quality coffee fast? With Java House, you just peel, pour, and enjoy. No complicated brewer needed. Amazingly smooth. Not smooth.
Well, there he is. We're going to be joined by Randy Feltface is joining us.
May we call you Randy, or do you prefer Mr. Feltface?
No, I'm very happy with Randy. Let's keep it informal.
Sure. Yeah.
Mr. Feltface.
Hello.
Sorry, Randy Feltface. I detect a slight accent. Where are you from?
I'm from Australia. I'm from all the way on the other side of the planet.
I see.
Yes. It's so exciting to be here, though. Look at this beautiful studio set up you've got.
Isn't it something?
It's very nice.
It's fantastic.
Thanks for dressing up, wearing a tie. You look good.
Thank you. Yeah. I thought I'd wear my little vest this morning. Am I looking at you, by the way? I have no idea.
Yes,
great. I've got you. I got you. Fantastic.
Very dapper.
All right.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you.
Randy Feltface is a touring comedian. Do you mind if I ask some personal questions?
Please go right ahead. This is what I'm here for. I'm here for a scoop.
Are you a single man?
I am a single man. Yeah, very difficult to have relationships on the road. I am constantly on the road. I tour all year round. So my only meaningful relationships are with the people who work in the Delta Sky Lounge at LaGuardia Airport. They are.
That is a nice one.
That is pretty much all I got going on, my friends.
Do you use the dating apps?
I don't use the dating apps. No, I'm not on the dating apps. I find when you're only in town for 1 day, the investment in planning ahead. What am I going to do? Get 4 cities ahead? Try to hook up dates? No. I generally just walk around the streets, just screaming for attention.
You move well, I'm sure.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm quite the mover. This is yeah. You should see me. Yeah.
Hey, there he is.
Yeah, look at this. I've got all the moves. You should see me with a katana at a Monopoly game. I'm sure.
Do you is it fair to ask this? Do you have a type? If I were to ask your friends, hey, listen, we were talking with Randy Feltface. Is there a specific type of,
Nah, not picky at all.
Really?
No. Again, in town for 24 hours. I'll take what I can get, really. Yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
How often do you get back home to Australia?
Well, I've been on this particular tour just for a couple of months. So, I was there for December, January. I was there for the Christmas period.
Nice.
And then, love the Christmas in Australia, the hot, summery barbecue weather. Very different to here. Very different to here.
It's all backwards.
I know. How about that crazy southern hemisphere? Am I right? Anyone who's with me?
Yeah.
Who's with me in the morning?
Anybody?
I know.
Now, who are...
I'm actually here to audition for the show. I feel like I could be a permanent fixture.
Sure.
Have you got any news stories? Throw me something and I'll just come back with some wacky quip. Okay. What do you got for me?
We'll call on Miss Jessica. You got a news story?
What do you got, Jessica? Come on. Don't let me down.
Officials in New Mexico announced that the state produced more than 53,000 tons of chili during the last growing season.
Wow.
Meanwhile, New Mexico's governor signed legislation that established the sweet smell of green chili roasting in the fall as the state's official aroma.
Oh, roasted green chilies.
So
you have official aromas?
Apparently.
State aromas. Okay, call in on WXFTP. We're getting calls on, what radio station is this? What's the call sign?
Very many. Just keep going.
Oh, there's too many. Oh, it's syndicated. I've already failed the audition. Call in with your favorite state aromas. Come on, that's got to be a call in waiting to happen.
What is there a national aroma in Australia?
White squirrels.
Oh, how about that?
Yeah.
Bofa on the front.
What?
Bofa on the front.
What are we talking about?
D's nuts on the back. The new T-shirts. What do you think?
What are they going to say again?
Bofa
On the front.
and then on the back, D's nuts. And another T-shirt.
Uh-oh. Having just been.
Wait a minute. Hold it. Wait a minute. Yeah, I'm fine. I do very well. But I don't know what on the back yet. What do you think? Are you recording this?
When you become a Bob and Tom VIP member, you get more and less.
Wait, what? Which one is it? More or less?
It's both. VIP members get more stuff to hear and less commercials not to hear.
So Bob and Tom VIP is a good deal?
Yeah, more or less.
So how about giving Bob and Tom VIP a try? Get the link at bobandtom.com.
Hey, thanks for joining us here at the Bob and Tom Show. It's the O'Reilly Auto Parts studio that we're live in.
Thank you, Yoda.
My syntax could use a little work.
Sentence is coming.
There's Christy Lee.
Hi.
Sipping from her Java house.
Yeah. Some tea.
Amazingly smooth
Black
Java
tea.
house. There's Pat Godwin.
Hello.
Jess Hooker's over there.
Hi.
Jeff Oskey sitting in for a while because the Chicksters. Boy, where is he? Is
life.
Aruba.
Is Aruba part of the Caribbean or is it?
It's down by Venezuela, right?
Down near the archipelago. There's
yeah, it's one of the famous archipelago islands.
There's Ace Cosby. I'm Josh Arnold. There's Tom.
What you've been to Aruba, right, man?
Oh, yeah, it's beautiful.
I've been to Aruba.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Right?
What goes on there?
Craziness. Just beautiful beaches.
It's the Caribbean. You have a
mean,
beach. You have a
all-inclusive
casino.
places,
Yeah.
casinos, yeah.
Pat, are you an ocean swimmer?
Yeah, I love the ocean.
Yeah.
Only in the I spoiled the Caribbean. I will swim nowhere else but the Caribbean.
Really?
And maybe a little bit of Sarasota.
All right.
Because it is beautiful there, too.
Now, interesting enough, your son will not swim there, but he will swim in the pool adjacent to the ocean.
My son hates the ocean, and that's no joke. He doesn't like the sand. In the beginning, he was just going through the motions. I thought he liked it, But no, he hates it.
Well,
I mean, the ocean is kind of a pain.
It's scary.
But it's also awesome.
I love it.
Well, we have an interesting, we'll switch gears here. We have an interesting news story involving Martha's Vineyard and the 50th anniversary of the movie Jaws.
An endurance swimmer has completed the first ever circumnavigation around Martha's Vineyard. Lewis Pugh became the first person to swim a 60-mile trek around the island over multiple days. The 55-year-old undertook the challenge to raise awareness about the plight of sharks ahead of the 50th anniversary of Jaws, which was filmed in Eggertown and called Amity Island.
Amity Island.
Amity Island, yeah.
In the movie.
What did I say?
You said Amity.
Amity.
No. You were fine.
You were great.
In total, Mr. Pugh swam for about 24 hours over 12 days. He began swimming multiple hours a day in the 47-degree water on May 15th.
You got to slow down. 47-degree water.
That's cold.
I also heard that plain and clear.
Oh, I'm sure you said it. I just want you to get a little emphasis on
the same day of the New England Aquarium's first confirmed sighting of a white shark off the nearby coast of Nantucket.
Wow. I mean, that's the problem. Great whites like that colder water.
Yeah.
As a precaution, Mr. Pugh was accompanied on his swim by safety personnel in a boat and a kayak, whose paddlers using a shark shield device to create a low-intensity electric field in the water to deter sharks from harming them.
Oh, well, that's a smart idea.
That's...
It defeats the whole purpose.
Yes, the whole point of this thing is sharks aren't going to come after you. And Harry's got some shark deflector thing out there.
He said this was among his most difficult endurance swims in an almost 40-year career, which has included swims near glaciers and volcanoes and among hippos, crocodiles, and polar bears.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, hippos and polar bears, I'd be way more afraid.
Yeah. Yes. More
Especially
aggressive.
hippos.
Yeah.
They kill more people than animals of any other species, right?
Well, except for mosquitoes, I think. So, something like that.
Well, that's not fair. Mosquitoes bring disease. It's not like they're...
Well, I mean, death is death. They still kill you.
Well, it's...
Yeah, but that's...
This guy's insane is what you're trying to say. I'm just saying I agree with Josh.
Bear? You're swimming with polar bears?
That's crazy.
That is.
Yeah.
They'll track you for 4 days.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, they say if you see a polar bear and you have nowhere to hide your lunch, because they don't
be able to follow
not a lot of
brown trail behind me.
Not a lot of food out there. But yeah, this I don't know. The whole point of this is the sharks are okay. Well, they're not if he's got this thing. Yeah. You remember the story we had earlier this year about the surfboard light?
Yes.
Yeah. That seems real smart.
They've invented a surfboard that has I guess it's a flashing light of some sort that they think will deter sharks.
Oh, wow. Or it will attract them. We don't know.
Yeah, it might act like an Eat at Joe's sign. But hopefully...
Yeah.
Yes, I believe it was some guy in Australia, I guess, came up with it.
Sharks don't want to eat people. They really don't.
But on occasion, they do.
You're right. But it's mostly a case of mistaken identity.
Yeah, I think you're a seal or something.
Yeah.
Well, you look like a seal.
Especially on...
sitting on a surfboard.
I look like a seal just in the water. But others, they have to be on a surfboard or a wakeboard.
Don't you think if you were... this guy had these handlers swimming next to him, or kayaking and stuff next to him, wouldn't it be really funny to install a speaker in your kayak and just out of nowhere one day start playing the Jaws theme and not say anything? One of the great movie themes of all time. I want to go see it in the theater.
That's a great movie.
Yeah, it's going to be re-released.
They're bringing it back.
I've never seen it in the theater either. It's got to be awesome.
I saw it in Paris.
Of course.
Oh, cool.
France, which was really funny.
Was it in French?
It was.
Or was it subtitled in French?
It was subtitled, but it was. I think it was called something like Le Mer. Wait a minute.
Yeah, it's like
no Le Dente de la Mer or something.
Yes,
something
it's like
of
the teeth
sea?
of the sea.
The teeth of the sea. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, it was very weird.
We need a bigger boat.
And instead of beer, they're drinking wine.
If you're just joining us, hello. Thank you very much for being here. We are the Bob and Tom program, and we are coming to you from the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. Do you have anything else in the sporting section?
I do. Here's a big surprise. Japan has a new sumo grand champion for Yokozuna. The first big news, he's Japanese. Onosato weighs 421 pounds, and he is the first Japanese competitor to reach the top rank since 2017.
Ace, wasn't there a wrestler named Yokozuna?
Yes. The ancient Japanese sport has recently been dominated by Mongolians. Prior to Onosato, 6 of the previous 7 Yokozunas have been from Mongolia.
Well, have you ever been to one of those barbecues? I get why they're famous.
He weighs 421 pounds. By comparison, the average weight of an NFL lineman is just over 300 pounds.
Jeez, that's big.
Are these guys fit in any way?
Fat. Right.
I know this is a whole lifestyle, and they have to go to some camp, and they wear the weird jock straps.
Yeah, they start.
Is this an unhealthy body weight?
Yeah, I think so. And then I know
Carry a lot of fat around their belly, and that's supposed to be bad.
But they can do full squats. They go down to the ground and come back up.
That's true. They got great quads.
Yeah, they throw people. Yeah.
But it is true that when you become an apprentice, whatever it's called.
Yeah, you're scrubbing them.
You have to do you clean the backsides of the big boys.
Oh, boy.
I'm out.
That's the big boy.
I'm out.
Yeah, that's, no.
My son
and you can imagine, by the way, the effluent of a 450-pounder.
It's got to be quite.
Next week, he's going to Japan. They are going to a live sumo, and afterwards, they're going out to dinner with the sumo and having hot pot. So I thought that's
so awesome.
Right?
Yeah.
That is a great
Split the check.
Yeah. Yeah, I hope I don't pick up the check. And a British man who turned his unusual talent for breaking wind into a career has earned a Guinness World Record.
Finally, a good one.
Paul Oldenfield set the record for the longest career as a flatulist after performing for 35 years. Under the stage name Mr. Methane, he dons a green and purple superhero costume complete with a mask and amazes audiences with his farting skills.
I watched the video of this.
I'm sure you did.
He's on a talk show. I think it's in Sweden or something.
Probably.
I could not stop laughing. He's wearing this ridiculous superhero suit.
Yeah.
He comes out and he lies down on this table, and there's an audience, and there's a couple of distinguished guests, coat and tie.
Does he lay down face down or?
He's on his back.
Okay.
And then he throws his legs in the air, of course, and he takes a squirter thing of baby powder.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Okay.
And he keeps refreshing it on his butt. And
It puffs and clouds.
at one point,
It's like a Bellagio fountain.
At one at a time, he blows out the candles of a cake.
Amazing.
And you just can't stop laughing. It's so funny. And then he accompanies some music.
Would you have a slice of that cake?
No. But
I wonder why he's so gassy. What makes him?
I don't know. But when I read this, I found there is a history of this.
Flatulism?
I'd heard about the famous French guy Lepetomaine or whatever it is, but I did a little homework and I gave it to Mr. Oskey.
The true history of fart artist or fartist. Fart artist may sound like a modern joke, but it's a job with deep historical roots. Flatulence performance, known as flatulist or farteurs, have been documented as far back as the 12th century in Europe and even in the Edo period Japan. A few notable names: Roland the Farter, a jester for King Henry II, earned a manor and 100 acres for his annual Christmas act. One jump, one whistle, and one fart.
Can you imagine this guy? They gave him land and a castle.
Just for farting.
One show. Well, he had to whistle and jump also.
But once a year?
But by the way, when you see this guy, if you Google this video, the fact that he adds the powder just absolutely makes it.
Right. Yeah.
Because then it's not just Sonic. And by the way, I forgot to mention, there's a guy holding a microphone up to his butt.
Well, of course.
I was kind of wondering, do you suppose he brings his own mic, or do they have to?
I would insist.
Was he in leotards in the video?
He's wearing a superhero costume.
Oh, okay. I've worked with this guy.
In Jackass,
I think we have
I
the
was
video.
on radio with this guy, yeah.
I think
no kidding.
I think so.
Do we have some of the video? Okay, wait a minute. Oh, here we go. This is it. And I think it's Swedish. I don't know.
Lumethin.
And now you can see he's got his legs in the air. And the white powder is his baby powder that he puts all over his butt.
Yeah,
generously. There's a lot of baby powder there.
And the panel eagerly awaiting the first blast.
And there's some poor guy with a microphone in a black suit. Does the countdown, and then you can. When he releases it, the powder just shoots out of his ass.
They just love it.
Yeah.
He seems real happy.
That's
pleased with himself.
Oh, he wears a mask.
Yes, it's kind of a Green Lantern mask.
Yeah. Kato type.
Yeah, he has a whole show.
Oh, I I bet he
Now,
does.
if you keep reading, some of these other guys even go farther than this.
Kurafana Hanasaki Otako, or the Mist Descending Flower Blossom Man in English, entertained 17th century crowds in Tokyo.
I think it's Petomane.
Petomane,
Yes.
yeah, the French dude.
The Fartomaniac, real name Joseph Pure, wowed Moulin Rouge audiences in Paris with his tuxedoed act of musical anus performances.
Musical anus performances.
Yikes!
Wow.
Including shooting rectal water jets and rectal breathing. Yeah, shooting rectal.
Well, you'll hear it.
Oh, okay.
And then something called rectal breathing.
Rectal breathing.
Yeah, see, that's what I'd always heard, is that they can kind of suck air into their rectum, and then that's what they're expelling back out.
So they don't need to eat
they're
a
not
lot of
just
cabbage.
And then I guess some of these guys can do like musical instrument gags.
Oh, that's
They
great.
make an embouchure and get a trumpet, I guess. I don't know.
I wonder if there are any ladies who do this.
Oh, I know. There are, and they're on OnlyFans, and they make hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Really?
With the powder and that kind of trick, or something different?
I don't know what their trick is.
And this is backside only?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, that one OnlyFans model was farting into mason jars.
Well, that's true.
And she sells them.
Yeah,
she
she
ships them.
made like $100,000 off those.
Yeah, but that is an act.
Yeah, this guy's got a show.
I don't know why he's on Vegas.
I wonder if he's ever toured the U.S.
Well, Pat worked
He has.
with him.
I worked with him, yeah.
What?
At a comedy club?
That same exact outfit. No, it was
He's
on
been around a while.
It was on a radio show.
Yeah, we've actually mentioned
same
methane
Same
before.
powder trick.
Did
I'm sorry, 35 years he's been doing that.
Did he say what his technique is?
He did not.
Okay.
Just came on and did what you saw just there.
Were you howling or did you hate it?
I hated it.
Yeah, you're not a fart guy.
He's
No,
not.
I'm not.
Oh, who?
Yeah.
I mean, I pretended to, enjoy myself, but I did not like it.
Yeah, because that's hacky, not like a guitar act.
Aw.
Jeez.
Wow.
I mean, the guy's got his own thing. Come on, give him a break.
Well, if farts aren't your thing, you don't go to that guy's show. Yeah, that's for sure.
So does he do the powder for like the hearing impaired? Is that just like
No, it's that's why I thought that's what made me laugh so hard.
Yeah.
Because it's like a cartoon where it comes out, it comes out straight, then there's this sort of atomic bomb mushroom cloud at the end. It's just ridiculous.
I remember Knoxville doing it in one of the Jackass
Yes.
movies to his buddy. He just poofs a cloud right.
Very, very sad.
It's so wonderful.
His name, once again, is Paul Oldfield.
Mr. Methane.
Mr. Methane, if you want to check out the video. We'll see if we can set up a link to that.
I think we need to set up a live...
Get him in here?
Yeah.
No.
Put him right in the middle.
I'm not
I'm going to make him fart right in your
I'm
face.
off that day.
See
It
this?
has to smell, right?
I don't know.
I wonder if for
Well, if
like
he's sucking
4th of
air in.
like if he uses different colored powder, like 4th of July, he does red, white, and blue.
Oh, that'd be wonderful.
Like kind of.
Yeah.
Is that disrespectful to our country? I don't know.
I love it.
Coming up, we have Where Not to Build Your House. We have some sad news from the world of rock and roll. We have mooses. Is that the plural of moose, or is it like deer?
I think it is like deer. But
Okay, we have moose in the news. Got Harry Potter news coming up. Bears and pornography in the Amazon. And a lawsuit. So not only do they now have a porno in the Amazon, but they have lawyers. So give me some guy pulls up in a dugout canoe. Hi, I'm here from Keller and Keller. Whoa. But we are in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios, and this is the Bob and Tom Show.
Comedian Tim Allen is here.
He goes, oftentimes, you hear this a lot. Yeah, oftentimes the technology they learn here at the race is translated into your family car. And I went, yeah, right. This year, the Chevy's offered the Indy Celebrity, a 900 horsepower celebrity wagon. So I'm like, gosh, George, this thing's really got some pickup, doesn't it? I got to the kids to school in about 6 seconds. We're having lapping practice next week with all the other girls' PTA. She's running the Offie. I'm doing the Buick. And Betty's got the Chevy High-Tech. I pulled the trailer right out from under the boat, George. This baby's got some guts to it. Love Sears. Do you? This Craftsman tool department makes my nipples rock hard. She always figured we should grunt like pigs. The little primates you are. Don't speak to your mother. You grunt like the pigs you are. Ever try to take a steak away from your husband? Here, honey. We're trying to grab meat from a man while we're just like dogs. I like going through the house rewiring stuff. That's my favorite thing. One of those big tool belts. Yeah. 2 cordless Makita drills hanging low. Yeah. But you gotta know how to wear it, otherwise your butt crack shows. You ever notice that? Hey, what is that? A pencil holder over there, Bob? Gotta hike that up. I got some spackle. I'll figure out that butt crack. I got some DAP butt crack filler putty back here. I'll just fill that crack right in there, Bob. I got kids eating food in this kitchen. Get out of here. Go to Miter Me a Dovetail out there or something, Bob. I just cruise around my house like Bob Vila, with a bad headache. Just looking for stuff. I notice Grandma's Easy Lift chair isn't moving quite as quick as I'd like it to. So I pop down the hardware store, pick up a compressor, some hose, some coax cable. I wire that sucker up. I forget Grandma lost some weight in the years I look at it. Got the 140 pounds a little too high, isn't it, Grandma? Shot that bitch halfway across the kitchen there. Doilies following her. Sorry, Grandma. I'll dial that baby down as soon as I rewire Grandpa's hearing aid. I got a preamp on that son of a bitch.
Comedian Tim Allen. Oh, God. Now that's manly.
Presiding over a symbolic condom roast in his Catholic church's parking lot in Waterbury, Connecticut. Yes.
I love those.
The Reverend Joseph Looney protested.
Mesquite condom roast. Very tasty.
I'd like that blackened, please. It makes it look bigger.
And they look so good at a shish kebab, too. A little pepper, a little bell pepper, condom, tomato.
What's the name of this Reverend?
Oh, Reverend Joseph Looney. I'm not kidding.
No. Unbelievable. I'm Casey Kasem. Here's American Top 40. Is it just my imagination, or is my head just a bit too big for my body? And here's my wife, Karima Kasem. Show him the top 40s, honey.
Well, the church burned down and no one knew what Pentecost Baptist was going to do. The brimstone got so dadgum hot it burned up a church bus in the parking lot. In a panic, the Reverend Dr. White called up an ex-member that hadn't lived right. He owned Joe's beer joint right across the fence. It's the same Joe's he'd preached against. He said, I don't really want to be a hypocrite. I got a Sunday school class about to have fits. We're all excited about Revival Week and been moved by the Spirit, so to speak. With all the souls we saved and money we spent, we thought God told us to sell that tent. I got a famous evangelist supposed to come. I've run out of chairs. Will you loan us some? Joe said, well, y'all can just use the whole dang place. Ain't nine on a jukebox, Amazing Grace. I ain't supposed to be open because of them blue laws, but we'll open tonight if it's all right with you. Preacher says, well, I reckon it'd be okay. The good Lord works in mysterious ways. Is going to talk about Joshua, Judges, and Ruth, and I reckon I could do it from the DJ booth. At the First Baptist Bar and Grill, it's the only church in the Bible Belt that smells like a whiskey still. When the sinners finish one more round, we'll have dinner on the ground and go inside and pray we don't get killed. The evangelist came with a well-dressed choir. They showed up around happy hour, looked around the joint, and didn't take it real well, said the white ministry has gone to hell. Ms. Mills that taught youth Sunday school and 2 deacons in the back room shooting pool were sharing the Lord with the Jim Beam rep who was teaching Ms. Mills some line dance steps. Reverend White was reading from the book of Luke to a tall drunk trucker about to puke, had John 3:16 memorized, trying to dry him out to get him baptized. The evangelist yelled about the lights and the beer, said, White, you can't save any souls in here. Yeah, this place ain't nothing but a den of sin. Ain't the kind of place Baptists ought to be in. Preacher says, well, we don't really need y'all here. You didn't do a very good job last year. You only saved one sinner. That's Todd McGuire. He's a little sumbitch, set my church on fire. Joe's beer joint has done been revived. Only been here an hour and I done saved 5. Sure, it's got mirrors and a big dance floor, but I finally found the flock God called me for. They're at the First Baptist Bar and Grill. It's the only church in the Bible Belt that smells like a whiskey still. I'm trying to think, make sure I don't cuss in here, because usually in the show I do.
Yeah.
I know the lyrics to that. And here's always chill.
Oh, yeah.
And we're here every Sunday. We're living large. We're the only church with a covered charge. And if you don't like our doctrine and think we ain't devout, we'll have our bouncer throw your ass out of the First Baptist Bar and Grill.
Hi, this is Christy Lee from The Bob and Tom Show. Thanks for watching this morning's show. To listen, just go to bobandtom.com. Check out the list for a station near you or stream the online radio station on our website and the Bob and Tom app. The Bob and Tom Show, on air, on app, and on demand.
A boat.
Hey, it's the Bob and Tom Show live from the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. Christy Lee, Pat Godwin, Jess Hooker, Jeff Oskey, Ace Cosby. I'm Josh Arnold. There's Tom.
Oh, man,
heck of a show so far. We've been studying flatulism and urination. Boy,
excretory.
School's out for summer.
Everything in our wheelhouse.
Well, we had a legit news story in the world of sports. Distinguished race car driver, friend of the show, Connor Daly. We've known him since he was a kid. His dad is also a race car driver of some renown. I recommend Googling the upside-down F1 flyer that he did and lived through. Connor pointed out that there was a slight delay at the beginning of the Indy 500 last weekend, and the drivers are not allowed to get out of their cars. They have to sit there, and for whatever reason, he had to pee, and he just let it rip. I've got the audio right here at the banquet. Here he is.
I legitimately urinated in my race car before the race even started. Before the race even started. People asked me, like, when did you do it? I was like, we didn't even start. We sat in there for 30 minutes.
Was it because you had to go, or was it excitement?
No, I had to go really bad. It was, I don't know if it's the diabetes or I'm just getting older, but Elio should know. He's like halfway to 100. I don't know if that happens to him a lot. But
Elio?
There you go. It happens every once in a while. You got to go.
Yeah.
So I'm once again recommending that the Depends people try to get on his car next year. It'd be a nice story. I think it'd be a good one. Now, then we also had an interesting story about this gentleman that has now got a new Guinness World Record for his career as what does he call himself, a flatulist?
Yes, big congrats to Mr. Methane.
Yeah, he's a British gentleman. Real name Paul Oldfield, but he calls himself a flatulist. 35 years performing, and we're going to link to his performance. It's quite amazing.
What record did he break? Sorry.
The longest lasting flatulist.
Oh, okay, okay,
35 years as a flatulist.
A lifetime achievement.
All right.
He wears a superhero suit, and it's quite funny.
Jess, do you rip ass in front of your family? It's just you're in the living room and your kids are in there and you just.
Oh no, not in front of my kids.
No?
No. Mom,
why?
Because moms shouldn't do that in front of their kids.
Have you ever lit one?
No, I've held a lighter. I've never lit.
Oh, really?
Yes.
So you're an accomplice.
So you would have been the cake holder.
Yeah, unfortunately. Yeah.
Pat, you and your son must blast off every now.
No, not because my dad did, and it was very funny to him and my brothers. I grew up a different way, and Jimmy is like my dad and my brothers.
Okay, yeah.
But I am very, very no go.
Okay.
My dad used to always be like, I think somebody just stepped on a duck.
Yeah, that's the classic.
That always
I
made
have
me crack up.
never heard my husband do that. Never.
I believe that.
What about
Almost
your
4
daughters?
years.
He's very proper.
Oh, my daughters don't care. In front of me, they don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, time to switch. Is that the completing our sportscast?
Sports, baby.
Okay. Thanks very much.
Thanks very much.
Before we get to the more frivolity, a guy who actually was on our show and just a brilliant musician, sadly, has died. The great guitarist, songwriter, and singer Rick Derringer.
Yeah, Derringer died Monday at the age of 77. He shot to fame at 17 when his band, the McCoys, recorded what song?
Hang on, Sloopy.
Very good.
Here it is. Let me play a little bit of this. This is kind of in the Louie category.
It's killer.
Sort of.
Yeah.
It's
sing-along.
and he was 17 years old. Listen to this.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is a fun one. Do we ever find out who Sloopy is?
And why does he have to hang on?
Yeah, I always wondered if, and I should have asked him when he was on the show, if they originally wrote "Hang On Snoopy" and had to.
And got sued?
I know, no, just if they changed. I don't know. I'm sure I could probably. I'll look into it. I'm sure I can find out. But he was a great guitar player, and he played on what's that? He played on that's him on Total Eclipse of the Heart. That sappy.
Oh, yeah. Bonnie Raitt?
No, Bonnie Tyler.
Bonnie Tyler.
But yeah, he played with Steely Dan and.
Well, his first solo hit is Rock and Roll Hoochie Coo. We all know that.
And then, of course, the Hulk Hogan anthem, Real American.
And produced Weird Al Yankovic's album.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
I saw him play with a band called Edgar Winter's White Trash. One of the best shows I've ever seen. Jerry LaCroix on vocals from Rare Earth. Remember that guy? And just a tremendous band. And Edgar Winter played sax and keyboards. And but Derringer, they do a version of Rock and Roll Hoochie Coo with Johnny Winter.
Cool.
There's a great live album called Roadwork. But yeah, Rick Derringer, terrific player. Sadly gone. I guess he had open heart surgery a couple of months ago, and apparently had some complications. But produced a bunch of stuff for Johnny Winter, and he's from Ohio. His real name is something like Zeringer, I think it is. Or maybe it's pronounced Zeringer.
Quite a talent.
But can you imagine being 17 years old and that era and coming up with a song like that?
That's awesome. I love when that happened. Like Silverchair. That kid was 16.
God, he was so young.
Yeah. I love that stuff.
I like also the Rock and Roll Hoochie Coo, kind of that nonsense. I love that sort
Sounds
of.
a little naughty.
Yeah, it's like Louie Lou. You're kind of like, what's going on here?
What's a Hoochie Coo?
Was the hit version the live version?
He had there was a great live version with Edgar Winter, and then Johnny Winter had a hit version, but the biggest hit was Rick Derringer's version, and that still gets a lot of airplay. Rock and Roll, and that's not him singing it. It's It's Dan Hartman.
Oh, I thought it was him. I never knew that.
I never knew that.
I think I'm almost. Remember Dan Hartman? Then he had Dan died very young, but he had another. He had a huge hit.
I don't know.
I don't. I'd have to look it up. But
Sometimes when we touch.
no, that's the worst song ever released.
That is awful.
That's
Why did that pop into my head?
that guy's
similar.
That guy's name.
Why
is
did you guys
Dan.
allow that to be a hit?
We actually didn't. I protested.
The honesty is too much.
That is the worst song ever
can't
written.
remember
Have you ever
anything
seen a
that I
picture of that guy?
No.
He's as ugly as that song is bad.
Right.
Oh, it's hideous. It's
Every single
What do you mean?
line
Like
is
nobody's going to touch him? Is that what you're saying?
it's hideous.
Dan Hill, that's who did that. song.
Please. Oh no! Now you've ruined the whole obituary.
I want to hold you till I die, till we both break down and cry.
That is some
Makes
bad
no sense.
writing. He should write for that band America. The
fine, right?
Hall of Fame of terrible lyrics.
Faulknerian. And,
there's a U in there.
We have another famous person in the news today.
Alive?
Yes. America's drunk sweetheart, though, Mary Lou Retton, has been arrested. The Olympic gold medalist was charged with driving under the influence. The violation took place in Fairmount, West Virginia. The police department there arrested Ms. Retton.
I can fly, Wendy.
She was charged.
Poor thing.
May
She was
17th.
Peter Pan once, right?
Yeah. No, that was Kathy Rigby.
Well, there was like 6 of them. Sandy
really?
Duncan, Kathy Rigby, Mary Lou Retton.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, Sandy Duncan's eye popped out. You never heard that?
She was charged with driving under the influence of alcohol, controlled substances, or drugs. She was released on $1,500 personal recognizance bond. She apparently had a screw top with her.
No way.
Of wine, yeah.
Did you see the video?
No, I don't want to see that.
Oh, no, the police asked her to walk a line and then do a handspring with and stick the landing, and that's when she fails.
Yeah.
Gotta feel bad.
She was adorable.
Yeah. Yes, she was.
Sure.
First American to ever win an all-around gold medal at the Olympics.
Allegedly.
Horrible haircut.
But wasn't it really popular?
Yeah. It ruined girls' hair all over the country.
A couple of years.
Yeah.
They wait for it to grow.
And who was the skater that ruined it then?
Dorothy Hamill.
Oh, Dorothy Hamill. That's who I'm thinking of.
Try to look more like boys, ladies. There goes the erection. Okay,
that was my senior picture.
Well, I like that because I'm gay and afraid to admit it.
You ever seen your picture with a short haircut?
Yeah, go look. It's out in the hallway. I'll show it to you on the break.
Fair enough.
Okay, thank you very much.
She's still super cute.
Yeah, she is.
What is she, all of 4'9", or if that? Yeah.
Yeah, she's actually been in here.
Mary Lou?
Yeah, she was very nice. We have a lot to get to. We've managed to have gotten to pretty much nothing. Almost.
Yeah.
These are the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios, and this is the Bob and Tom Show.
Our girls have dumped us. Whoa, baby, blow me a kiss as you're leaving. Blow me a kiss right now. 'Cause if you're gonna leave me, honey, I will surely miss the way you blow me. Blow me a kiss. Merci, madame, voila, bearded clam. Your biscuit, your beavid, I see your cooter cleavage. Your monkey, your muffin, you ain't had nothing. Your Gucci, your flapper, you're showing off your snapper. Your camel toe, it looks alright, so baby let it show. Looks like a big taco. I see your camel toe. Menage à trois. One man, two women, ooh la la, find a friend to play. Surround my face with tea and day. You say you're straight, but you're not bi. How will you know until you try? The thought of nookie makes you sick. Just hold your nose and take a lick. I wanna be Bob. What more can I say? I would smoke and drink and play golf every day. I'd have a lady for a caddy. She could hold my balls while I play. I wanna be Bob. We wanna be Bob. Aging Richard Smoker. Aging Richard Smoker. His name is Richard, but they call him Big Dick. I'm looking for a big dick smoker. Prison Rich. Turn out the lights, 'cause I can hardly wait. Yeah. Prison Rich. Prison Rich. When I get out, I'm ready to go straight. Bombs and Aspen. Bombs and Aspen. And
reviews are in, and America can't get enough of Chick McGee's Silac commercial. Fanatical fans everywhere are even watching it in reverse. You know, this actually kind of makes sense. Truth is, you won't be finding any retirement checks in your mailbox until you first go back into your house and log on to SilacINS.com. At the Silac website, you'll even find a special link just for Bob and Tom listeners. Hey, hold on now. This part shouldn't be going backwards. There we are. It's SilacINS.com. Don't go backwards in retirement. Look forward to your retirement. Look into an annuity from Silac Insurance.
You know his work with Sticks, and he's going to be doing some solo stuff for us.
Cool.
We have a performance room right next to this room. You can see through the glass. There he is.
Oh, yeah.
Can you hear? Greg found all the drumsticks.
Yeah, you need a couple more.
Can you hear us?
I'm back.
All right.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Okay.
All right. Hold on.
Okay. Are you going to... Is this...
I date tons of chicks. Well, I date one, but she weighs tons. Come on. Take your top off. Hey, Christy, what's in the news?
He likes those symbols.
That's very nice. Is that song called "Take Your Top Off"?
Yeah, that's my new tune. It's a big hit.
I like this very
Let me
much.
test you guys. You guys know music, right?
All right. Yeah, sure.
All right. Okay. What song is this? What song is this? Name that tune.
Well, there's about 10,000
Yeah,
songs.
let's start that way.
That's the B-52's Love Shack. I thought you guys knew music. How about this one?
Love Shack.
Walk like an Egyptian. Come on!
That was good. That was very nice. Can I do requests?
Certainly.
Can you do Mississippi Queen?
Whoa, where's, hold on.
You need cowbell.
Here we go. Come on. That's all I know.
That was beautiful. You nailed it. Hey, wait, what about a Honky Tonk Women from the Stones?
How's that go?
No, you got to get the cowbell. You got to get. I thought you knew music.
Come on.
I didn't know you were going to spin it on me.
There we go.
That's not it.
What's this?
That's Mississippi Queen again.
How about this song right here?
I don't know.
That's a Pink Floyd tune right in the middle of the song. There we go. A little power, a little thunder for you.
I give up.
All right,
what was that one?
I know, it's just laying down some funk. Okay.
Lay it down.
Greg Hahn is our guest.
Hey, it's the Bob and Tom Show, live from the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts. There's Christy Lee sitting at the Silac Insurance Company news desk. Pat Godwin's over there. Hello. Jess Hooker is next to him.
Hello.
And next to her is Jeff Oskey, and for Chick McGee, who's on vacation. Pat Godwin, I sure love you. There's Ace Cosby.
It's unbelievable. Every time Josh tries to do just simple announcing stuff, you just collapse. I love it.
I'm Josh Arnold.
You're really trying hard.
There's Tom.
See, I can't do it either, by the way. You may have noticed I never do it. It is hard. You look around the room, you forget somebody's name.
Yeah, right.
And then we have at the desk, it's Christy. That's right.
Not Krusty, Christy.
Okay, that'll happen. That's okay. It's okay. People ask, is this show recorded?
Hey, look, when you drive for a living, your chances of getting into an accident go up.
Yeah.
If you talk for a living, your chances of misspeaking go up.
Sure.
Yeah.
And if you don't have a complete thought, but you're already talking, you're doing this. You see, you don't know where you're going to go. And then you end up like the TV show Lost. You have a good idea and you start it, and then you realize, wait a minute, we don't know how to end this thing. And then you come up with a crappy ending. Okay, very good. Josh and I disagree about that, but...
I do like the ending, yes.
Yeah.
Although I saw a headline 2 days ago that said, I loved the Lost finale when it aired, and I recently watched it again, and I understand why everybody hated it. So I don't know why this article came out. Maybe there's an anniversary or something.
Same reason I'm talking about it.
Oh,
no. It's just so significantly awful that it becomes a touchstone in the world of awful things. Now, we have Christy Lee at the Silac Insurance News Desk. Have we missed anything?
Yes. They're a go-to breakfast for millions of kids and adults. I'm talking about
cereal.
Thank you. Cereal might be colorful, but it's not as healthy as it used to be.
Of course not.
A new study says many popular breakfast cereals are now less nutritious than they were 10 years ago. They found researchers more sugar, fat, and salt in today's boxes. And at the same time, key nutrients like protein and fiber are going down.
Yeah, I mean, but everybody knows that stuff.
Have you seen it, what Kellogg's has done?
No.
What?
It's they've changed. It's now Snap, Crackle, and Fatso.
Oh, yeah, they've really.
I got that's just me. But the thing is, when you have kids, you realize, look, you want them to eat something.
Right.
I mean, I still love cereal.
Yeah, me
except
too.
I'm an adult now, and so
Yeah, the old man cereals. I love them.
I combine. I'm a mixer.
Me too. Grape nuts.
Every morning I do grape nuts. I'm now doing grape nuts and cornflakes.
Oh.
And Kellogg's cornflakes. I tried those organic cornflakes.
No good?
Well, they taste like dirt mixed with diarrhea. So I go for the Kellogg's, the standard.
Still on the cob. It's very...
It's awful.
Horrible.
No, but I'm a mixer.
Do you guys remember? I remember when I was growing up, Jeff, I think this was our age group. I don't know. Every cereal box claimed that cereal was part of a complete breakfast, and it would have a picture of a bowl of cereal next to eggs, bacon, pancakes, orange juice. No wonder we were all fat asses in the 80s. But I remember looking at that going, what rich lunatic has this breakfast?
Yeah.
Well, I like more butter for my pancakes.
With my bowl of cereal.
But I don't feel like it was healthy when we were growing.
No,
like,
it really
we had
wasn't.
Sugar smacks.
Yeah.
I had sugar
One of my
and
favorites.
smack.
Well, they got politically correct and changed all the names. We had Sugar Pops, Sugar Smack.
Sugar Smacks.
What are Sugar Pops called
Cocoa
now?
Puffs were my favorite.
Cocoa Pebbles were my
It just
favorite.
pops.
Yeah, they just changed it to Pops.
Yeah, it's just Pops.
Those are good. I haven't had those in a long time.
So
Or Corn
good.
Pops also.
Corn Pops,
It went
yeah.
And then have you ever had the Cinnamon Toast Crunch?
That's the best.
That's the finest of it. That's
And that they found a way to make sugar sweeter.
Yeah.
And then tastier.
That's the cereal of kings.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went to this really fancy restaurant, that I go to sometimes.
Yes.
Yeah, we know.
And they had I believe Chick calls it. Excuse me for bothering you, but you have to have at least 4 tattoos to work there.
Yes.
But it's a great place, and they had cinnamon toast crunch, French toast.
Oh,
Yeah.
Hello,
I know.
heaven!
Yeah.
I just found what you're serving for breakfast. It was the most delicious. Do you eat cereal?
I do eat cereal. I think that my children would associate cereal with an after-school snack. I didn't load them up on sugar and send them to school, but when they would come home from school, they could have a bowl of cereal.
No.
So, yeah.
If I didn't eat what my mom made, it was cereal.
Yeah.
And I would have cereal a lot.
We had a lot of cereals growing up. I know. Did you guys live in a house where you couldn't open a new new box until the last?
Yes.
I did not. No, it was a free for all. We all the boxes of cereal.
Madness.
I know.
So the other
Dad
night,
worked a lot.
Hart, who's 9, decides to have a bowl of cereal. So she gets out the cereal. She pulls about half the box into the bowl.
Yeah.
And then she takes out the milk, which she finishes it off. And then I'm standing right there. Then she puts it back in the refrigerator. I said, no. When the milk is done, you have to throw it away. You can't put it back in the fridge. She goes, okay. I turn around. A few minutes later, I go back. It's back in the refrigerator. That's the kind of respect that I get from my 9-year-old daughter. Don't you hate that, though? You go in there, you pour the cereal, and because you've seen there's obviously milk in there. You go, Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
There's this much milk.
No, there's none.
Yeah.
Or this much chips at the bottom of the bag. That makes me nuts.
But
This may be my OCD, but I always hated when you would have the prize at the bottom and you would dig down to get the prize out, but then it would distort the side of the box, like it would never be
never go back
rectangle
again.
again, basically.
Yeah.
It drove me nuts.
So, in a house with 4 boys, we had a rule, and I know you have multiple brothers as well, Jeff, but we had a rule. It was nature. You had to let the toy naturally come out into the bowl, because if one of us got it, it wasn't fair.
Sure, that
so
makes sense.
It was the luck of the draw.
Yeah.
Do they still put toys in cereal?
I sure hope so.
I haven't seen that in a long time.
I don't buy kids cereal,
Why not?
so I don't know.
What happened to the wacky wall crawler?
I'm sure Ralph Nader and his fellow communists got in on it.
I knew Nader was behind.
Oh, yeah.
He's always been anti-cereal.
Yeah, if they were putting, little Corvairs. If only Chip were here, the only one who would get that reference.
I get that.
Little plastic Corvairs. I saw one the other day, by the way.
No way.
What, a Corvair?
Yeah, the Corvair was my sister had one, which she was in a terrible accident in. Oh, yeah, she was. Yeah.
No, I believe you. It's just odd to mention.
Some idiot was backing up on the freeway. The Corvair was cool, but it was a rear engine car, as I recall.
Oh, okay.
And I think isn't the book Unsafe at Any Speed written about that book? Yeah. But,
it was cool looking though.
Yeah,
Just
it
had a
wasn't
whole
bad.
engine.
They're still around.
sure. There's people who collect everything.
Oh, yeah.
I saw a Carmen Gia the other
Those
day.
are cool.
I like
have
those.
That was like a VW Bug, but put into a sports car frame. Super cool.
I saw a Fiero the other day on the side of the highway on fire.
Are you serious?
Wow, that's really, that's still happening.
There's a collector of those right around here.
Maybe it's
There's a Fiero guy. Yeah, they're very
You know who that is? That's a relative of mine.
Wasn't the Pintos known for its thermal incidents as well?
Yes. Yeah, there are certain things that become kind of the go-to. Yeah, that was the one. Don't ram a Pinto. But back to cereal. Pat, what was your cereal of choice?
When I was a kid?
Yeah.
That's a great question. It would have been Cocoa Pebbles probably, and then drinking the chocolate milk at the end and having 8 bowls of it. And
sure.
I was a maniac. Yeah, I love
we did okay. I don't see why they're all getting all uptight about cereal now.
Well, it has just gotten, it's poison.
Yeah.
I don't know.
A lot of that stuff is just.
But I think they're acknowledging it. Have you seen the commercial got the bird going, "I'm cuckoo for diabetes"? I think it's acknowledging.
He's having trouble flying with only one tail.
Wasn't there a story though that the Kellogg guy developed the cereal to stop masturbation?
Yes.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Was that the
cornflakes?
Was it the Kellogg guy?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, it was Kellogg.
It was Kellogg cornflakes. Yeah.
Well, Pat, did it work?
It did not work.
Okay.
Nothing can deter me.
I'd have a big bowl of cornflakes and then go whack it like there was no tomorrow.
And is it working with grape nuts?
I'm actually having the Ezekiel cereal right now.
How is it?
Delicious. But I like old man cereal.
See, I haven't had that. I'm going to try that.
And then and the hack premise, of course, is with grape nuts, when you're done, if you don't rinse the bowl, they actually use that to apply bricks to buildings now.
Yeah, it is.
That is
have to get a barnacle scraper. Clean the bowl.
Well, that's how they repair the space shuttle. They have some grape nuts. They go out there and they put the tile back on.
I bet that's caused divorces.
What, the grape nuts?
Either the wife or the husband will not just a cursory rinse of the cereal bowl before you leave it in the sink.
Yeah.
I wonder what the most popular cereal is these days.
I'll look it up.
I
What do
bet
you think?
Honey Nut Cheerios at one time.
That's
was a
got
good
to
one.
be
Yeah.
consistently in the top 3.
It has
That
to.
is a great cereal.
Yeah.
It
Raisin
is a great
Bran.
cereal.
I love Raisin Bran.
I think Cinnamon Toast Crunch wins.
Did you ever use Cheerios to toilet train a boy?
No, we used Tootsie Rolls, actually.
What?
Yeah.
Tootsie Rolls?
Yeah, we didn't put them in there.
I was
going to say.
It was
That's
the
like
reward.
camouflage.
It was the reward after.
Oh, you'd give them a Tootsie Roll if they hit the bowl?
Yes,
As opposed, you put the Cheerios in and they say, aim for this.
Yeah.
Curious to pee, the other one to poop. You put some Tootsie Rolls
Right.
there.
You trained with one of the worst candies ever invented.
I know. It was a bad out. Yeah.
But you're a Tootsie Roll fan.
I love Tootsie Rolls.
I think they are. I would rather not eat them.
I love Tootsie. I love Tootsie Pops, Tootsie Rolls. Yeah.
Honey Nut Cheerios is
Tootsie Rolls,
one.
it's like, just be chocolate, because you're almost
But it's
there.
like taffy. It's like taffy.
It's
and
chewy.
Yeah,
chocolate.
so two of the worst things, not chocolate and taffy.
It's so good.
Frosted Flakes, number 2.
Oh, okay.
I love those.
They
Cinnamon
are
Toast
pretty good.
Crunch, number 3.
So in other words, the ones that are caked in sugar are the best.
Lucky Charms, number 4. You're not a fan.
No.
Charms, I hate that.
love
I hate those.
I don't like the squeak of the marshmallow.
That's the
love it.
worst.
It feels weird on the
Horrible
teeth.
mouthfeel.
I love Frosted Flakes.
Plain Cheerios, number 5.
And they're acknowledging, by the way, that the anti-masturbation campaign did not work.
Right.
You've seen the one where Tony the Tiger goes, masturbation's great.
Fruit Loops is number 6, and number 7 is a surprise, I think.
What?
Special
Muslix.
K.
What?
Special K.
Oh, I'm a big fan.
Yeah, it is delicious.
I think Special K
Yeah.
got up there because of the Special K diet.
Of
That was
course.
huge.
Yeah,
when
it was a
Yeah.
It was like considered a diet food.
It was.
You can't pinch an inch or whatever. Do you remember that?
Who was that?
Oh yeah, that's
Yes, that really was a saying.
And,
Yes.
there was measuring tape around the
Right.
box. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was a part of it. Yeah.
Now you can get it with half a Hershey's bar in it. Have you seen the Special K chocolate?
Special K with
Yeah, there's little
strawberries is
cubes.
good.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Number 8 is Raisin Bran. Number 9, Captain Crunch.
No, thank you.
And number 10 is
Your
Cocoa
mouth.
Puffs. I love
Why not just chew on a live chainsaw?
But
Yes.
the taste is just fantastic.
So good.
And then there are
Captain
pieces
Crunch, I
of
love
skin
'em.
hanging off the roof
Yeah.
of your mouth.
I love them.
It's worth it.
Now, do you remember I'm trying to remember what cereal had the toy. Essentially, it was a boat, and you'd put baking soda in it, and then it would.
remember
But
that.
then it would immediately sink.
A toy that you put baking.
Yeah, it was supposed to make it go around.
Like go around the bowl.
I forget which one that was.
Do you remember the cereal that? Boy, this joke is for no one.
I'll try my best. Go ahead. Whatever the reference I'm going to pick up on.
I think you will.
Okay.
The toy was always some sort of marital aid. The cereal was the story of O's.
Oh, nice. Very nice.
Well, if you're aware of the story of O,
It was a softcore porno movie.
Oh, really?
Marilyn story, yeah.
Marilyn
yeah.
It was a
Chambers.
book.
Marilyn
I read
Chambers,
the book.
right?
She was in the movie version?
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't read the book? You saw the movie? I'll wait. You saw the book and you went, I'll wait for the movie.
I'm trying to think of a joke here. Wait a minute. Is there a yellow cereal?
A yellow?
Cheerios kind of is.
Sugar Pops. Corn Pops are yellow.
Oh yeah.
Corn Pops. I am curious. Yellow. Pops. I know. I'm stretching. It's not even funny. I apologize. Just pathetic, really.
No, I appreciated the effort.
What's coming up?
Coming up, we have sexual activity. Does it improve your sleep? We have a tribe in the Amazon who's suing over porn. We have a guy who woke up with a really big surprise in his garden, and it wasn't a giant rabbit. And traffic jams cause an interesting phenomenon here in the United States.
Story of the guy waking up with the thing in his garden is absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
And I won't say what. It's really, really interesting.
Right.
I highly recommend it. And we also will be hearing once again from Connor Daly and see how his urination issues are going. But right now, I want to remind you that the official coffee of this show is Java House. And Java House, of course, had a entry in the Indy 500. By the way, they're affiliated with the Splenda people.
Yeah.
And if you were watching the Indy 500, that was the best, funniest commercial was that Splenda commercial. Have you seen that? Where I'm going to grow my own stevia. So funny.
Yeah. It's
just
cute.
so well done. But let's get back to our friends at Java House. By the way, did I mention it's the official coffee of the Bob and Tom Show and the official refreshments of the Bob and Tom Show? Because let's see, what have I got over here? Oh, this is the Java House tea. Of course, they're famous for their coffee and lattes and very fancy coffees and energy drinks, hydration drinks, and of course, we'd be remiss if we did not mention the hot cocoa. You could also make it cold cocoa if you wanted. How does it work? Well, let's see. Here we go. They look like this. This is a pod, and you don't have to put it in a machine or anything. You just peel the top off and pour it. This one happens to be the amazingly smooth cold brew Colombian. Cold brew, by the way, I was taught this. I did not understand that cold brew is the way it's brewed, ergo the name brew, and they take the bitterness out of the coffee in the brewing process. Mm-hmm. But you can drink it hot or cold. It's up to you. Is that, am I over-explaining this?
You got it.
Yeah, because I didn't get it, and I'm a man of a small level of intelligence. I really never thought it through. The point is, Java House is revolutionizing coffee at the office and at home. Great for traveling, by the way. And get the details by going to javahouse.com. And by the way, if you use the code word Bob and Tom, one big long word, it'll knock 25% off your order. So find out about the revolution in beverages and coffee, Java House, Java, javahouse.com. And the promo code is Bob and Tom to get 25% off your order. So you just peel it and pour it, and you are rocking and rolling. We are rolling through stuff here in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. This is the Bob and Tom Show. Mummy Cass, would you be kind enough to play one more song for us? Then we'll take a little break and come back with more. Is that possible?
Yes. All right, baby. We're going to give you a song about a hot dog vendor.
Oh, yeah. Hot dog vendor. Oh, I love this one.
Who doesn't like a good wiener, baby? Here we go, baby. The drinkers need the favorite vendor. I taste the treat of sausage splendor. Oh, little man behind the car. The police can't catch him cause he's way too smart. The smell of mustard in a big umbrella. Hot dog man's got the perfect cover. He's coming for you. He's gonna get you. Like the wiener man. He's coming for you.
Baby. Oh, that was just brilliant. You got to see the Mummies just to see the choreography.
I just wish they played better. What's the problem?
A little tighter.
Holy hell, yeah.
John Coltrane would be saying to the
I've
guy,
never seen one played hands-free. That guy.
how did you do that sax solo? God, that was great.
He's got extra appendages, man.
Yeah, he does.
Oh, wow. That's just brilliant.
Hi, this is Chick McGee from the Bob and Tom Show. Thanks for watching this morning's show. To listen, just go to bobandtom.com and check out the list for a station near you, or stream the online radio station on our website and the Bob and Tom app. The Bob and Tom Show, on air, on app, and on demand.
Hey, it's the Bob and Tom Show, live from the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. I'm going to try to do this alphabetically really quickly, so I'm going to get it. There's Ace. Hey. And
that was easy.
Jeff, Jess, Josh, Christy, Pat, Tom.
Yay! Good job.
Yeah, that's, I was just going over. I'm terrible at the alphabet.
He was correcting. He was making sure.
I always have to start at the beginning and
Sing the song?
Yeah.
Sing. Yeah, I've never been able to do that.
I really was like 22 when I realized ABC and Twinkle Twinkle Little Star were the same song.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
A, B, C, D.
Twinkle Little Star. Yeah.
Twinkle, twinkle. I hope that there was a lawsuit.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. They accused George Harrison of taking that for My Sweet Lord.
The Barney song is This Old Man.
Yeah.
Oh, Barney, everything is theft. Just terrible stuff. Speaking of songs, Patty G's here, and the summer has arrived, and Pat's got a song he's been working on for the new album.
I spent the whole weekend just getting everything together. You guys had the race. I watched the race, and I just got ready for a wonderful summer, yeah. Summer is coming, and I'm cutting the grass, filling the pool, so happy winter has passed, planting flowers, digging a garden, bought some sod, put a new yard in, I'm so happy. Summer's almost here. Oh, I can almost feel that heat. Building a deck, stained the hardwood floors. Gotten my new hot tub without any shorts. I'm gonna start up the grill. Charcoal's the best, but someone I know is pissed and perplexed. That's Jackie, the manager of my apartment complex. Summer's coming, and I have to find a new place. Summer's almost here. He's actually very mad. I'm not even joking.
I bet.
This doesn't give anything away, but there's a interesting program out there called The Pit, which is about a Pittsburgh emergency room.
Yes.
And are you watching it?
Quite intense. Yes. Well, I'm half watching it. I watch like this.
You have to put your hands in front of your eyes.
Yeah.
It's very accurate, and I've read some reviews by physicians. They say it's quite
bloody, gory.
Oh well,
Well, it's bloody because they're in a surgery set.
It's-
You know, it's an
It
emergency
has one
room.
of the nastiest things I've ever seen.
Really?
Yes.
I can't.
And that's me.
And he watches horror films.
But
early on, the lady?
No, that's gross, but it's another thing, yeah.
The I guess they have actual emergency room physicians as consultants that actually direct some of the scenes so that it's very, very accurate. But there
are a couple things I'm skeptical about.
Well, there's one thing that I think is funny. There's a guy that no longer works there, but he shows up and works there. He's like the janitor. Have you noticed that? It's
Yeah,
like a little
mopping and sweeping. And
they're trying to tell him, you don't work here anymore and you got to leave.
They just let him. Yeah, they just let him.
It's kind of sweet.
It is sweet.
You know, the poor guy, this is his life, and then they kick him out.
Boy, we're so busy. We work at the busiest ER in the country. I'm going to go take 15 minutes and make sure that this kid has a decent home life. Yeah, right.
Oh, I think it's accurate. Come on.
No, not the way they...
There's a couple of breaks.
There's a couple where I'm like, they wouldn't bother taking the time.
I don't know. You worked there. Okay.
I worked in an ER for 7 years.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, they thought laughter was the best medicine. After his fourth fatality, they said, maybe not.
I lost so many patients. It is a cool show, man. It really is.
Very cool.
Yeah.
And they don't have, since this is giving nothing away, each episode is an hour of the day. It's like, like 24, that show. So they don't have time for the lengthy office romance thing and all that, at least so far. And I understand the second season is going to be taking place on 4th of July weekend.
Oh,
so they'll have a lot of people blowing their eyeballs off and that sort of thing.
Half their face or hands.
And our friend Drew Powell has an interesting role in the first season.
I'll say.
So
good show.
Yeah. Now we have Christy Lee at the Silac Insurance News Desk.
I have all my parts so far.
What?
Yeah, you do.
Blow anything off or...
Wait a minute. Hang on. You're going to really regret saying that.
I said anything.
Okay, sorry.
Scientists say you can improve your sleep quality by having sex before going to sleep.
Yeah.
No. No, see?
I know. For women, it's different.
For women, it's different.
For a lot of women, I should say.
Yeah, I 100% when they wrote the proposal to do this study, this was a guy.
According to the new study, both partnered sex and solo pleasure reduced the amount of time people spent awake during the night and improved overall sleep efficiency.
Oh, okay. So they're not saying it's going to put you to sleep right away.
Okay.
Like it does with guys in a way.
Right.
The guys, I am wide awake.
Right.
They say
you'll sleep better.
They say that's an evolutionary advantage.
Oh, really?
So yeah, something.
So that they're making babies in there or something.
Yeah, something about then the guy's not going to wake up and a primitive man and start,
banging on me again,
or killing you or something.
That's really interesting.
That it's apparently, I really have no idea. I forgot what the essence of this was, though. That it's important for the species to have the guy, once he's planted the seed, kind of leave the scene for a while.
Participants in this study spent an average of 7 extra minutes of sleep during the night following sexual activity. 7? They also reported feeling more motivated and ready for the day.
Now, wait a minute. Before you criticize, when you woke up this morning, how much money would you have given for just 7 more great hours of sleep? And the answer is a lot.
7 more great hours. This says 7 minutes.
And it is minutes. I meant a minute. I mean, I'd love to get another even 10 minutes of
I
sleep.
had a horrible night's sleep last night, so this isn't a good 8 hours.
Maybe you didn't give it up last night. No wonder.
I didn't.
See, there you go. That'll teach you. Andy, you listening?
This stands by my wake up and have sex first thing in the morning. That you don't need a cup of coffee.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
I'd rather have the extra 7 minutes.
I'd rather bang it out and have a cup of coffee
at the same time.
I'm just saying the guy that proposed this, we're going to investigate whether or not having sex makes you better sleep. This is the same guy that said, by the way, we found out that anal, much better for your health, ladies.
Oh, my God.
Jesus.
They're starting to look into his work.
I'm just saying, this is somewhat skeptical, but...
He's been widely discredited by many in his field.
No, I would agree with it. There's a reason the term jacknap is a term. But definitely for a guy, you can.
But isn't it like your hormones like just drop? Your testosterone takes days to recover after you guys have sex and stuff like that.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know who you're married to.
Like the chemically, the testosterone level really is affected.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Do you guys remember? There was a craze going on in Hollywood maybe 15, 20 years ago called injaculation.
No.
Where this was something that would, nowadays would be on Goop, Gwyneth Paltrow's website for that kind of thing.
In other words, completely fallacious and stupid.
Yes, but doctors were like, this isn't really a thing, but you would press on a certain area of the man during that key moment,
right?
And it wouldn't come out. It would kind of stay in and go back in.
What?
Yes.
Is that true?
Yes. And people swore by it because they weren't losing precious testosterone. And doctors went, no, that's not really.
Yeah. Talk to a urologist about that, among others.
Right.
Well, now
you're still expending it. It's just going into your body and being
absorbed.
Right.
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, now edging is a big thing.
Yes.
Are you aware of edging, Tom?
I'm sorry. I'm
Just
just.
when
I
he
was.
edges into somebody else's lane.
Yeah,
It's a pain.
basically what edging is
Careful.
you get the person very close and then you stop, and then you get them very close and you stop.
But isn't that what sex is?
Well, I mean, for my girlfriend, I've been edging her for 12 years.
any day now?
Oh, yeah. She is really going to explode one of these days. Just.
Okay, this says, by the way, I did a little bit of research. The after the arrival of the mail, prolactin, oxytocin, and serotonin, which promote relaxation and drowsiness, reduces energy use, and conserves resources for future mating and survival needs.
Okay,
that sounds very scientific. I'm not exactly sure what it means.
So it's not testosterone, my bad.
Oh, and also the man will wander less. And he'll be around because he's taking a quick
he's
nap.
tired.
Yeah.
He'll wander less.
It will. Yes, that's what it says.
He's talking about cavemen.
It'll boost reproductive success.
He's not going to be wandering around in the yard, picking up sticks.
Grog, you need to wander less.
Hello once again. If you're just joining us, this is the Bob and Tom program coming to you from the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. Happy to be here. And we're going to return to the Silac Insurance News Desk with Christy Lee.
An indigenous tribe in the Amazon is suing the New York Times, saying a 2024 article portrayed its people as porn addicts. The Marubo tribe of Brazil's Javari Valley filed a defamation suit claiming the Times piece on satellite internet access suggested the tribe couldn't handle basic exposure to the web, focusing on claims that its youth were addicted to porn.
It did. We did the story.
Yeah.
The tribe is seeking at least $180 million from each defendant, which includes TMZ and Yahoo.
Now, by the way, what I take out of the story is not only do they have the internet, that they've got plaintiffs' attorneys.
And what would they do with $180 million?
Maybe move into town.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Get
There's
Wi-Fi.
I can get a car.
The suit says both outlets sensationalized the Times story and damaged the tribe's reputation. Though the original Times piece mentioned porn just once, TMZ ran a story headlined, Elon Musk's Starlink hookup leaves a remote tribe addicted to porn. A Times spokesperson told the AP that the article was sensitive and nuanced, and it was a look at technology in a remote village, and said the paper will vigorously defend against the lawsuit.
It doesn't sound like they did anything wrong.
No,
Maybe
it doesn't sound like the New York Times did anything wrong. It's the other two that
In the
sensationalized
tribe's defense, when they went to X Hamster, they thought it was a recipe site. They were just looking to spice up their meals.
Yeah.
I do remember in, I guess it was the Steve Jobs biography, they took versions of iPads to indigenous people somewhere. And they were trying to see how user-friendly they were. And with pretty much no introduction, they figured it out immediately. I mean, you hand an iPad to a 2-year-old, and pretty soon they're flying through it. So they're so well designed. But yeah, the question is, how soon do they find the porn?
Well, they're also designed to be addictive.
Yeah.
A lot of that stuff, isn't it?
Yeah.
Damn it. Instagram.
Yeah, there's certainly that's part of the whole thing. Once you pick it up, you don't want to ever put it down.
Doesn't this tribe want to be left alone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's speaking on their behalf?
Their attorney.
You think this is a case of just an attorney going, hey, like talking them into?
Like I said, you got some guy pulls up in a dugout canoe. Hey, don't shoot. Put the arrows down. I'm not sure if you're familiar with this, but
have you been injured in a spear fishing accident?
And I'm with you. I mean, what would they do with that kind of money?
They wouldn't know what to do with it.
They'd find a way.
They'd be like the nouveau riche. Just good.
you pull in and there's a hut built out of $100 bills, like a money igloo.
Wow.
But we had this story not too long ago about the guy that remember this island off India or something, and no one's allowed to go there.
Yes.
And some idiot tried to canoe onto it or something.
Because there is a tribe there that is so remote.
But you're not allowed to go there.
I remember they killed the one guy that went
one
there.
guy insisted on.
Yeah. I'll land and turn them into Christians.
What you get?
Nope.
It's like that scene in, the Monty Python movie where the guy's getting cut into pieces.
Yeah.
And they, no. Okay, we're done now. No, keeps coming back at him and keeps slicing off his legs. Yeah. What's coming up, Christy Lee?
Coming up, we still have traffic jams in the news in an interesting way. We have a guy who woke up to a very interesting item in his garden.
An octopus?
No, it wasn't an octopus in his garden, but
bigger.
That's a good guess. Yeah, it's bigger. Yeah.
More dangerous. But right now.
And have you ever had a car hit your house? We'll talk about that coming up because it's happened 5 times to this couple.
Yeah, there's a place right around the corner from here where.
Yeah, the boulders are in their yard. I've seen that.
Yeah, yeah. And they've got a big blinking sign, and someone still hit it. Yep. There's a gigantic blinking light.
You gotta move.
A huge fence with the day glow things on it. Some idiot still hit it. We'll get to that coming up. Right now, the Bob and Tom Show, sponsored by BetterHelp. BetterHelp is all about accessing therapy, counseling, if you will. And it's all done online, so it's a lot easier with respect to your time and your privacy. See what I'm talking about by visiting BetterHelp.com/BT show. Now, it's about, I want to say this is the month of May, of course, and this is Mental Health Awareness Month. And part of this is taking the stigma away from therapy. And BetterHelp, like I said, is about accessing therapy. And it's been around for about 10 years. They now have some 35,000 plus therapists with a lot of different specialties, by the way, working the program. And lots of clients, actually millions of clients worldwide. So see what I'm talking about by visiting BetterHelp.com. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/BT show. And again, the /BT show part will knock 10% off your first month. BetterHelp is the world's largest online therapy platform. You'll join a session with a therapist, and they find the therapist for you based on a questionnaire that you fill out. You can switch therapists anytime. No additional fees are involved. And the therapy, once again, done online, so it can be done like a Zoom call with a camera going, or it can be done just by talking like you're on a phone call, or even just texting back and forth. It's BetterHelp.com/BT show. And again, it's BetterHelp, HELP.com/BT show. And you can do it wherever you want to be because you don't have to go across town to sit in an office. You can do it online. So check it out, find out all the information, and don't let the stigma of doing a little bit of self-examination be coming at you. It's an important thing for you to do, and this is all about removing the stigma of therapy and counseling. BetterHelp.com/BT show. Coming up, we have a car crashing into a house, and we also have Harry Potter news today. We're in the O'Reilly Auto Parts studios, and this is the Bob and Tom Show.
Well, looks like we got dumped. No.
Is there anything you'd like to say to them?
Well, our girls have left us, so I'd like to say just one thing.
Oh, yeah.
Baby, blow me.
Oh, a kiss as you're leaving.
Blow me.
Oh, a kiss right now.
'Cause if you're gonna leave me, honey, I will surely miss the way you blow me.
Oh, blow me a kiss. Come on and blow, 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 blow me.
A kiss like you mean it.
Blow me.
A kiss right now.
I really can't remember anything as hard as this. So blow me.
Blow me a kiss. Wow.
Some things in life are hard to swallow.
She couldn't take it all, Dean.
She couldn't handle everything.
Who could? But if she comes back tomorrow, I'll be shooting my wad on flowers and the rain, honey. Blow me.
I A kiss as you're leaving, baby.
Blow me.
Oh, a kiss as you go.
And always think about me as you're going down
your list.
And blow me
a kiss. I'll miss her arms and her elbows.
I'll miss her arms and her elbows.
I'll miss her legs so tall.
Yeah, I'll miss her legs so tall.
I'll miss her neck and her shoulders.
Yes, sir. But I'll miss her head most of all. Rock out, fellas.
Swinging them, Allie.
Baby, blow me.
A kiss as you're leaving, baby.
Blow me.
Oh, a kiss as you go. And if you wanna come home, honey, that's okay.
Just grab a hold of this.
And baby, blow me. Baby, won't you blow me? Blow me a kiss.
Oh,
I've been
Melvin.
Oh, Allie.
I'll miss your arms and your elbows. Woo!
The Bob and Tom Band and Orchestra.
Amazing.
Thank you, Dean. Thank you, Jerry.
Oh, that's fantastic.
The reviews are in, and America can't get enough of Chick McGee's Silac commercial. Fanatical fans everywhere are even watching it in reverse. You know, this actually kind of makes sense. Truth is, you won't be finding any retirement checks in your mailbox until you first go back into your house and log on to SilacINS.com. At the Silac website, you'll even find a special link just for Bob and Tom listeners. Hey, hold on now. This part shouldn't be going backwards. There we are. It's SilacINS.com. Don't go backwards in retirement. Look forward to your retirement. Look into an annuity from Silac Insurance.
This is Bob Cavoyan for Channel 13 in a special Olympic moment. We are going to recreate the very first time the torch was ever run in history.
Cut. The monkey's got no gloves on. Where are the monkey gloves?
I'm sorry. I didn't realize I didn't have the gloves on. Sorry.
Now we're going to recreate the very first time the torch was run in history.
Cue the monkey. I'm not a monkey. I'm a gorilla. There's a difference. Cut.
I didn't say I didn't know what you wanted. I know what you want.
Mm-hmm.
I can't do it.
Why can't you do it?
I can't go in the woods.
Why?
I have sensitive skin. I just can't do it.
Sensitive skin. You're wearing a gorilla suit. I was
that.
just in the woods. Anybody can go
Have
in
you
the
ever
woods.
been bitten by a mosquito? Possibly a carpenter ant?
You don't want the gig? If you don't want to do this,
I didn't say I didn't want the gig.
Tony Siragusa from the Colts. Tony Siragusa said,
Siragusa?
I can do this.
Siragusa cannot...
He wanted the role of the gorilla.
He cannot touch my gorilla.
Yeah, well, he didn't even need the suit, okay?
When you become a Bob and Tom VIP member, you get more and less.
Wait, what? Which one is it? More or less?
It's both. VIP members get more stuff to hear and less commercials to not hear.
So Bob and Tom VIP is a good deal?
Yeah, more or less.
Become a Bob and Tom VIP member. First step, click the link at bobandtom.com.
Did you get a lot, I mean this in kind of an odd way. I would imagine you probably had a lot of guy groupies, but not like in a traditional group. You know what I mean? In other words, dudes coming up to you.
Rod McEwen.
Guys who want to party with them?
There's a reason why they call him Rod.
Rod waited for us in Hawaii. We were on our way to Australia, and Rod heard we were coming to, stopping in Hawaii.
Mm-hmm.
He waited.
At the airport?
He missed it. Yeah, at the airport. He missed his flight to meet us because he thought we were one of them.
Oh, that's interesting.
Because of the bits we did.
What I meant was, as Christy, in other words, you guys are like,
clean it up now.
I want to party with these guys.
Party with these guys.
I mean, I imagine that'd kind of be a buzz. Kind of be a burden though after a while.
No, it was all, we just like, I don't think so, man.
We got a lot of bits from these parties. We went to one party very early in our career. I think it was in Rochester.
Yeah.
And this one guy brought his he was a blues collector, and he brought his famous never heard before Lightning Hopkins disc, and he had it on the turntable. And very carefully put the needle on there, and he sat down with his eyes closed, and some party guy ripped it out. Threw it off, put another record on. So we used cool. That one. Remember that one? That's where we got Earring My Eye from. Hey, that's my record, man.
Hey, it's the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee, Pat Godwin, Jess Hooker, Jeff Oskey.
Yes.
All here. There's Ace Cosby. I'm Josh Arnold, and there's Tom.
Yes, sir. Happy to be here.
Oh, yes.
Like this organ. It's very nice. I was searching for something else, and I stumbled on this.
You like this organ?
I did.
Very nice. Very nice.
Hey, put that away.
Oh, sorry. You could stumble upon it.
You were no. You were living in South Korea for quite some time. This is kind of interesting. South Korea has introduced women-only parking spaces, which are longer and wider.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
I wonder what that's
Pat
about.
Godwin?
Yeah, that should be for me.
No joke. That's
I'm not. It
me
said
so mad.
Seoul, South Korea has created special women-only parking spots to make the South Korean capital more female-friendly.
I thought all Asians were bad drivers.
We like to reinforce stereotypes. Apparently, they're suggesting only the female Asians are terrible drivers.
No, is it that, or is it a comfort thing? What's going on?
The city is spending
Unloading the cars?
with babies and stuff.
The city is spending $100 million on initiatives, including the new parking spaces. They are dubbed, it translates into the she spots.
I wonder what this is about.
Well, if you're pregnant or have babies, and
That makes
you need
sense,
to
but
get,
there's-
like,
They're marked with
strollers out
they're
and
marked
that.
with bright pink outlines and the skirted female logo
Yeah.
that you occasionally see on bathroom doors here in the States.
Okay.
One Twitter user wrote, "Really? What century is this?"
Well, yeah.
Wow.
I love when people comment. I guarantee that Twitter has never been there, knows nothing about any of the culture.
Also, they're putting 7,000 new female-only toilets around the city.
Well, that's good because there are a ton of unisex. I used a bathroom in Korea. I was at the urinal and girls were coming in and using the stall.
Oh, really?
Yes.
A lot of chuckling.
There was giggling. Yes.
I saw this the other day. Do they have this when you lived there? It was like they were at a mall and they had an escalator and they had steps and they had a little sign on the floor, and one was a skinny person pointing towards the steps, and then they had a big fat outline pointing to the escalator.
I never did see that. No.
I mean, one would think that the fat guy would just assume,
Yeah,
wait a minute,
right.
my option here.
But
you
it was
really
like
have
they
to
were trying
tell
to
them?
shame people to use the stairs.
Like I saw things like there was a senior citizen section of a train station, and it had the Korean writing, and then underneath it had the English translation, and they didn't say, you know, senior citizen or aged.
Right.
It said old and infirm. Like it just flat out.
Right.
I mean, but the word fat over there has like no negative connotations.
Okay.
You were just fat.
Just the size.
Yeah. It was just that kind of.
Just a
That kind of
descriptor,
thing.
yeah.
It was like having blue eyes versus brown eyes, or there wasn't a pejorative.
Not really.
Were people as heavy as they are here?
Dude, Koreans are big. Yes.
Are they
They're
really?
taller. Yeah. They're I would say of the Asian ethnicities, they're the biggest.
Okay.
But were
Probably
they
because history has been so awful to them that they had to
beef up?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, so look for the pink parking places. Yeah, and
I
I'm
wonder what that's about.
yeah, who knows? Do you like it when you pull into a parking lot and there are a series of signs? You know, I understand the handicapped and how they go the pregnant lady.
Absolutely.
Whatever,
yes, do it.
Okay.
I think there should be parking for if you have a little kid. Why not get them right in the front of the store?
There are at some places where it'll say if you have 2 or more children, you can park here.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
At the grocery store.
Yeah, that's great.
If you don't have any kids, you could get a ventriloquist dummy, put it in there. So you can no, officer, I'm leaving my kid in the car. Yeah. I know he looks kind of like Jerry Mahoney. I know. Let's check in with the Silac Insurance News Desk. There's Christy Lee.
When Johan Hellberg wished for a waterfront view, he didn't expect the view to include a 443-foot cargo ship. Hellberg awoke last Thursday to find the huge ship, the NCL Sultan, had run aground in his garden at his home near Trondheim, missing his house by just 16 feet.
I would have shipped my pants.
Shipped. That was what he said.
Authorities say the ship's second mate fell asleep on duty and now faces negligent navigation charges. To refloat the vessel, crews had to remove 1,300 tons of cargo. Tugboats and a high tide also helped. The ship was eventually towed to the port of Orkanger.
It's pretty funny.
Norway.
This guy's garden, there's a gigantic boat.
I thought it was photoshopped. I didn't know that was a real story. I saw the picture.
It's like in Close Encounters when the ship just is in the desert.
Yeah.
Yeah, this guy wakes up, looks out, he goes, man, I must have gotten drunk and ordered too much stuff on Amazon. look at that thing. His tomatoes may be delayed this year. Because it's in his garden.
Yeah.
Just a few feet from his house. So.
A Denver
What's that song? Wait a minute. Let me think. Hold on a second. A potential joke here. The tide is high, and so is the crew. they're drinking rum, coming after you. Okay, sorry.
A Denver family says it's time to move after 5 cars have crashed into their home in just 16 months. The Stoll family told 9 News 3 of the crashes actually hit the house. Now, they've lived there for 27 years, but now they're putting the place up for sale. Dave Stoll says the latest crash involved teens speeding over 70 miles an hour. Yeah, their car flew through a set of protective boulders and slammed into the house. The family blames a long, troubled intersection in the neighborhood for their plight.
Oh, those troubled intersections.
I know.
It's mostly because they don't have fathers.
I have a question.
Yes.
So let's say you're this guy, Christy. You're a realtor on the side. Would you go to the press and say, hey, we're selling our house because cars keep hitting it?
No, that's awful.
Well, now who's going to...
Nobody's going to buy that. You need to sit on it for a while and let people forget.
Yeah. And I'm sure it's at one of those... Well, there's one right near here. There's a T intersection.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a long street, and then it T's, and people aren't expecting it.
Oh.
And someone got killed last year hitting it. The people finally put up boulders after their house got hit so many times. And now there's a giant gate in front of it with big day glow stripes. You see it, right, John?
Oh, yeah. They prefer to be Italian.
Sorry.
We don't use terms like that anymore.
Did I mispronounce it? Day glow stripes. But someone's rammed into the sign. Yeah, there's a guy out front. Hey, watch out! they got a flashing light, but people, drunks, I'm sure.
I was reading about this family, and apparently they will not allow Kool-Aid anywhere near the house.
Oh yeah, no, they hate it. They already have problems with walls being knocked out.
We have coming up a little bit of a sexy time with Alli Breen.
Jeff, do you have Kool-Aid Man insurance? It's an extra $50 a month. You gotta
get that in dental.
Oh, you gotta get it. Yeah.
What's the phrase? What's the phrase that he uses?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay, watch out,
dude. My house.
We are in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Alex and Christian are both great competitors. That doesn't always translate to a smooth workplace.
Hydrate.
Boom. Productivity around here? Not smooth. Excuse me 1 second, guys. That's it. One of you get me a coffee.
Want a barista quality coffee fast? With Java House, you just peel, pour, and enjoy. No complicated brewer needed. Amazingly
Smooth.
Not smooth.
The telephone. I believe we have the author of the Big Butter Jesus song, Haywood Banks.
That is correct.
Hi, Haywood. How are you?
Good.
No.
Sure, you've been up all night.
You know, somebody called me at 2:30 in the morning. Hey, did you know that Big Butter burned down? Yeah. Couldn't you call me at like 9?
Well, I know that we spoke yesterday, and I know that you had hundreds of phone calls.
Unbelievable.
Well, and we also were talking, and you have written a new verse.
I have a new verse.
Now, I dare I ask, is it going to be possible for you to play it over the phone?
You can dare ask. Yeah.
I'm anticipating the dropping of a phone. Do you have the phone crooked in your shoulder?
Some lyrics.
I will rest it on the arm of the chair here.
All right.
Okay. Well, give us a test.
Okay.
Put it down and then come back.
La 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 la.
That's not
Not bad.
Well, not bad. That's, I guess, a perfect spot for it.
In fact, maybe we could have you do our show this way from now on.
We can only dream.
Well, okay. Now, are you just going to do the? We just heard the song. Are you just going to do the new verse?
Yeah, I'll play the last verse. The new verse. I call this the epilogue or the epieulogue.
All right.
Okay.
Here we go.
Anytime.
One night, Big Butter got hit by lightning, and it burned to its frame wire in a giant grease fire. Some blamed it on Satan, and boy, that would be frightening. But I think it's Jesus' Father that's in charge of the light. Big fireball Jesus, inflammable Jesus, oh charbroiled Jesus, whoop-a Jesus, oh extra crispy Jesus, bananas Foster Jesus, I'm put out, it's not Jesus. Charcoal-y some more.
Oh, my.
Yes, I'm put out, it's not Jesus. Charcoal-y some more.
Maria, were you a temp? Did you?
I was temp for a long time, about 7 years, and I always like how they make every job sound like, so crazy,
we do things a little differently around here. We're a bit of a nut house. Hold on your hat. It's going to be a wild ride.
But it never is. I trained people in at offices, so I was like, oh, the fax machine's a little tricky. Yeah, you got to dial 9 to get out. No, a lot of people try to use the fax machine. They go, oh, it's not working. I said, did you dial 9? Once a week, Rajiv. No, every day we get bagels in the kitchen. There was week. Rajiv made some mini muffins. That's on a Monday. Guess what that's called? Mini Muffin Monday. I wish offices would be as crazy as they always promise. You get trained in, be like,
take me out of your pocket. Hi, I'm Zachanthos, the talking rabbit. I'm in charge of the volcano. Don't worry, you'll be working for Thor. He's always scrabbling through the recycling looking for quartz. He's a dwarf. Nude. Anywho, lunch is from 12 to 1, but there is a wrinkle in time, so just try to get back any time for the quickening. Your flippers, your barbecue tongs. If you have any questions, go back to the 5th dimension. I'll be sitting there on my lily pad. My only question is, when do I start?
Yeah.
That is a good job.
Wow.
Man.
I love that. Dial 9 for the fax machine. Remember that. Everybody's crazy. No, they're not. Okay. Thank you. Maria Bamford is with us. Wow, that's brilliant. That's very, very funny.
Did you ever work in an office, Tom? I don't think you have you?
Worked in a restaurant, right?
No. It's an interesting experience. Bob, did you ever work in an office?
Oh, yeah. I did a little.
I have issues with authority, you might have.
I know. That's why I was asking. You know what struck me is it's so quiet.
What, in an office?
Yes. Well, yeah.
Well, that's if people are actually doing work. Yeah.
And I had to work at a bank once when I was at temp, and I was stunned at how quiet it was.
And people wish birthday, you know.
Yeah,
You know what the saddest place in the world is when you're the temp and it's time for office birthdays and you didn't get the email because you're not on the system yet.
Right.
And you hear the voice of your coworkers rise from the conference room. Happy birthday, everybody who had their birthday in the office this month. And if you cup your Curves mug against the conference room door, you can almost hear the happy scraping of plastic fork against paper plate. And later sometimes, guys, somebody comes by your cube and says, oh, there's cake left. Did the temp get any cake? What's her name again? Hey, my, if you want any cake, there's cake left.
Nice.
Cake? Temp want cake?
Yeah.
They all want cake.
Go just around the corner.
Hello, it's the Bob and Tom Show, live from the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studio. Christy Lee is at the Silac Insurance Company news desk.
Hello.
Pat Godwin across the way with the guitar and the keyboard.
Hey.
Jessica Alsman has joined us.
Hey, Josh.
There's Jeff Oskey sitting in Chick's chair for a while he enjoys Aruba.
That's right.
Ace Cosby at the ones and twos. I'm Josh Arnold, and there's Tom.
Jeffrey, you're not a beach guy, are you?
What do you mean?
You enjoy the beach? Some, not really.
I know you're a lake house guy.
Yeah.
You got the boats and stuff, but your dad's building a boat, which is, I think, so cool.
Yeah, it's almost done.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Sailboat?
Yep.
Oh,
I'm
nice.
sailing on it this summer.
Awesome. Well, that'll be great.
Yeah.
But you're not a beach guy.
Not really.
Have you ever been to a nude beach?
No.
Yeah, I don't see you as a nudie guy.
No.
Have you ever done a nudie thing, like gone to a resort or did stand-up at the nudie?
You're a stand-up comedian? You ever done stand-up, Mr. Godwin? You've done the stand-up comedy for the nudie group?
Yeah, nudie group on a ship, a cruise ship, yeah. And I worked in Hedonism 2 in Jamaica. I got the whole week for free if I did one show, and they were nude, the whole left side. There's a nude side and a prude side.
Oh, is there really?
Food is much better on the nude side, but you get yelled at if you keep your shorts on, which I did.
Oh.
The nude side and the prude side.
Yeah, got to have food for the nudes and
Hedonism
prudes.
2 in Jamaica.
Now, when you do the show, is it for the nude side, or do
they were closed at that particular show? That was in their theater, yeah.
So which side did you stay on? You stayed on the prude side?
I went over to the nude side, but I kept my shorts on and I got yelled at.
Makes sense. It's the nude side.
Yeah, you got to be nude.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you get nude?
Well, I didn't get nude. These mics are on.
Oh, okay.
And my girlfriend at the time, she did. Let's just leave it at that.
Okay.
All right.
Really?
Gotcha.
That had to make you feel awkward.
It did, to be honest with you. Yeah, it was pretty crazy. That's a crazy place.
I could never be naked in front of people.
Did you do a special song for them?
No, I kept it pretty simple.
You didn't take one of your songs and just shake it up a little bit?
No, that was a pretty wild place. We walked into the lobby, and they were having a, how do I put this politely, eat dessert like ice cream off a female contest.
Oh, okay.
Whipped cream and ice cream.
Really?
It was actually extraordinary.
Well,
it was very sexual.
That's the name, hedonism.
Yeah, no, it's a crazy, crazy place.
Wow.
Huh.
Yeah, that banana split has a whole different meaning.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
And we were checking
Hold the
in.
nuts does too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were checking in.
And there's obviously no cherry. that thing's way back in the rearview mirror.
I remember flying to somewhere and the people on my flight were going there. There were two couples.
Yeah.
And you could tell that the two couples, I think, were going so they could like swing me.
There was a big swinging aspect
because
to
they were
hedonism,
all,
too,
it was,
You
it
take
was
my
really
wife, I'll take yours.
bizarre.
Yeah.
Bizarre?
Let's share wives.
Were they like holding pineapples or something too? Or
No, it was pretty blatant there. I mean, I think half of that place did that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they had what's called a toga night, which I think was Wednesday or something, where you would dressed in just the sheets from your room, and it was, you put them all.
Yeah.
But you walked into this place. I didn't do the sheets. Neither did my.
That had to be really awkward for some ladies. Oh, is that a Japanese flag?
Oh, there we go.
You picked the wrong time to come.
and by the end, like an hour into the party, there's no sheets on anybody. Crazy.
Wow.
Never do that.
Okay. Well,
I know it's popular.
Let's move forward here. That's Christy Lee talking, and she happens to be speaking from the Silac Insurance News Desk. What have we missed?
A new study out there says bumper-to-bumper traffic may be driving Americans straight to fast food. Researchers tracked daily visits to 20,000 restaurants in L.A. County and compared them with traffic data from 2,500 highway monitors. When traffic slowed, drive-through visits sped up, adding up to 1.2 million extra stops a year. And the biggest jump, this makes a lot of sense, during afternoon rush hour. Meanwhile, grocery store trips dropped as congestion worsened.
So, in other words, as you sit there stuck in traffic, your decision to cook dinner tonight, out the window.
Right. I want it, and I want it now. Yeah.
Yeah, but if I know it's going to be a stressful drive, I want something to munch on, I think, to kind of distract me. I think when I get anxious, I eat. So if I'm eating fries, I don't care as much.
I at least want a drink. I want
something.
Nice stiff drink. I mean,
yeah, there's not much in this life that some French fries and a McDonald's cone aren't going to cure.
Yeah.
That'll get rid of road rage.
Well, that's also in and out country.
Yeah, it is.
So that's
instead of making dinner, I'm going to get a burger.
Yeah.
And Del Taco, tacos and fries.
But is it fair to do a traffic study in L.A.?
No. They always have traffic.
Just nonstop.
Yeah. Right.
I see. Okay.
Canadian authorities say a pair of teens who collided with a moose are now facing charges after drugs and a firearm were found in their car. Anishinaabeg police said they were called to the crash scene on a highway in Walbridge Township after noticing a strong odor of fresh burnt cannabis emanating from the vehicle. Officers conducted a search and found 250 grams of suspected fentanyl, 33 grams of cannabis, as well as a handgun with an extended magazine.
Good Lord.
The two 16-year-old boys face multiple drug and firearm-related charges. I don't know how the moose is doing. There's nothing here that says it did it.
I think, the moose is a narc. If you've ever seen Dudley Do Right, I think there's a positive spin to this that you're missing.
What?
At least these kids just weren't on their phones.
Yeah.
They're out there. They're out there
slinging fentanyl.
Yeah. Sure, they're going to kill a few people, but they got that going. No, I just, wow. What have they yet or have they come up with a marijuana detecting test that would detect what's the word I'm looking for? Impairment.
Oh, like a breathalyzer.
Yeah. Is there a level at which
I don't believe so.
Is there a level at which you're too stoned to drive?
Well, yeah, I mean there is.
But I mean, is that measurable?
They don't have a way yet, and that's the problem. In like they have to take a blood test, and marijuana stays in your system for weeks, so they can't tell if you smoked that 2 days ago or 2 minutes ago. And
could they show you a picture of a band and say, "Is this the Dead Wither without Jerry Garcia?"
Yeah.
And if you
they
get
lay
it,
out a trail of Doritos, and if you start following it, they know you're high.
Okay, I'm back. I'm sorry, it's back to Christy Lee.
A Kentucky family was shocked to find a black bear sitting on their stove after it crashed through their ceiling.
Having a bad day?
Kentucky Fish and Wildlife Law Enforcement said a game warden responded to the scene. And with help from a Bell County Sheriff's deputy, they were able to run the bear out through an open door.
Here, boy.
Officials determined that the animal had climbed up an outside ladder, squeezed through an opening into the attic, only to fall through the ceiling and into the kitchen.
So when you're up in an attic, you've got to walk on the joists.
Yeah, bear didn't know.
The bear probably walking on the drywall fell right through.
Photos shared by the agency show the little black bear curled up on top of a white stove.
I'm just heating my porridge. This stove is just right. Oh, that's so sweet. That'd be a great call to the insurance company.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Bear fell through my ceiling. Sure it did, buddy. What are you drinking?
Prove that.
Well, how did it get into your house? It climbed a ladder. Did it?
Yes.
I mean, I absolutely believe it could.
Was this place under construction or?
Yeah, why?
Well,
How
maybe they were washing windows.
And leave their ladders out?
Maybe they were washing windows and forgot to put the ladder away.
Or maybe they were putting a new roof on or something.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Teenage kid sneaks out.
Yeah, needs
Maybe
a
at
ladder.
night.
Did you ever do that?
I didn't have to. There was no one around for me. I just lied and said I'd stay the night somewhere else, and then we'd go out. Staying at a friend's house. We never did.
The joys of having neglectful parents.
We trust you.
It's called latchkey kids.
Yeah, I was one.
Well.
Me too.
Well.
You never had to sneak out, did you, Tommy? Because you never did anything wrong.
That's correct.
I'm guessing you were a bad boy.
Not at all. I did have a terrifying experience, though.
What?
I had a paper route, as you know.
Right.
And it was in the morning, so I'd get up super early, which would lead to this job. And one day, I actually remember the name of the people. I probably shouldn't say it. I was delivering the papers, and it's dark. It's whatever, 6 in the morning. And I dropped the paper off at this one particular house where there was a young lady in my class at school, noted for her ample bosom, by the way. Remember when you thought bosoms was plural?
Yes, of course.
I think. Anyways, but anyways, she was a twin, by the way.
Okay.
And her twin brother was kind of a friend of mine.
Known for his huge.
Yeah.
I never asked him. So anyway, they had I forget what the word is.
Jugs.
No. That thing outside the window that's like it's made of wood.
A lattice thing? A trellis?
Kind of a trellis gizmo thing. And anyway, I delivered the paper and I was exiting toward the driveway, and this kid jumped off the thing onto the sidewalk. He had gone over there, snuck into her house,
played with those boobs, and then was leaving.
Yeah, but it scared the hell out of me.
Yeah.
Because, who's expecting that?
Right.
And then when I recognize him, hey, Tom. Oh, hi. How are Cheryl's boobs? Very awkward.
Here, smell my palm.
God.
It's not really how it works, Tom.
I actually remember her name. Debbie. Mm-hmm.
Debbie Yabo.
I thought you said her name was Cheryl.
No, it was Debbie. Oh. I just remembered. I was trying to remember her brother's name, then I realized the last name. Okay. But yeah, that scared the hell out of me.
I bet.
But he had the balls to sneak into the parents were there.
Yeah.
Snuck
do
right
that
in.
all the time.
It's awesome.
You just lived in a little fairy tale world.
How come when you're in high school you can do things like that, but when you're a 47-year-old man,
sneak into one
my
house.
neighbors call me a creep.
Yeah. First of all, if I jumped off that trellis, there'd be a chalk outline where I landed. I've been working on my knees for 2 years trying to get them back, but they're not going to stand for that.
If I did that, my knees would shoot from my legs like they'd been slap shot.
I should find out whatever happened to her and him. Right now, I want to remind you about Simply Safe. Chick McGee brought this to our attention a long time ago. He came in one day and said, "You're not going to believe this. I put a security system in my house. Took me an hour." He did it himself, and we've been talking about Simply Safe ever since. We have it right here. You can see it in the hallways. You can see it outside, and we can see what's going on in and out of this building. We trust Simply Safe, and it's called Simply Safe because it's so easy to install, and it's not incredibly complicated once you get it in. That's the beauty of Simply Safe. With Simply Safe, millions of Americans now are enjoying this, let's just call it the new standard in home security. It'll give you some peace of mind. They also have, among other things, Active Guard outdoor protection, something relatively new in the Simply Safe system that can prevent break-ins before they happen. And it's good to know that most break-ins take place actually during the day. And one of the beauties of Simply Safe is you can have the cameras on your house if you happen to be working somewhere else. They have AI-powered cameras backed by live professional monitoring as another option. No long-term contracts, no cancellation fees. Monitoring plans start at just $1 a day. They've got a 60-day satisfaction guaranteed aspect to this program. See what I'm talking about by going to simplysafetom.com And you can right now claim a staggering 50% off a new system with a professional monitoring plan and get your first month for free. If you don't want to install it yourself, they're happy to hook you up with someone to do it. That's simplysafetom.com. There's no safe like Simply Safe. Coming up, we explore the realm of contemporary dating life and human sexuality with a show we call Sexy Time with Alli Breen. These are the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Break up with your brewer. Switch to Java House. Amazingly smooth barista quality cold brew in seconds with no equipment required. Just peel and pour over hot or cold water. Effortlessly easy. Coffee, teas, hydration and energy drinks, hot cocoa and more. Order online at javahouse.com. Java House, the official coffee and refreshments of the Bob and Tom Show.
Dip him, right?
Oh, definitely.
Are we gonna dip
you gotta dip him.
Yep. He one's down, maybe? Is that what's happening? Or is that just a hello?
Bugs Bunny to oi. There he goes. Yep. You scream like a little girl. Scream like a junior high girl.
That's all. Yeah, those two little bastards.
Now, before we let you in, I got a couple of questions I need answered.
That was unbelievable. Thank you, my friend. That was incredible.
Yay!
Thank you, sir. I knew they were at the bottom of it. Well, I made it. It's really, you can't stop staring at those two little. There's two hooks. And that's, so you want to hang on to something.
Okay, once again, Josh has put them on over his.
Okay.
Okay, so now in the groin area there.
Well,
is
that looks ridiculous.
Whoa, whoa!
Oh, is she turning it on? Sit back down. Now,
You know, this is why we have HD cameras.
Sadie has the remote control.
Mm-hmm.
And what does it give it caught in a crack? What's going on back there?
Okay.
Okay, you okay?
Okay, so are you prepared?
Now, Sadie, explain to me how the remote works.
Okay, so up to 20 feet away, which makes it really fun for a Valentine's Day date, out to dinner with your lover,
sure.
a little private. There's 3 different modes.
There's manual mode where I can just press a button and it will vibrate.
All right, there we go.
There's ambient mode where you can hold it up to a speaker and it'll pick up the bass from music.
Is that?
Or you can whisper sweet nothings into the mic like this.
Oh, my God.
Can you?
Oh.
Oh, so
Hey,
as she talks, it's vibrating?
Hey there, big
That's pretty
boy.
good.
So she could be in the next room on a phone.
Really? Here, I'm going to step over here.
Oh.
Oh, okay. Now Sadie's leaving and walking away over to Chick's mic.
All right.
And
oh my God.
Oh, she's whispering.
Talking to him, yeah.
I feel pretty good.
Oh, yeah.
Let me try.
Whisper sweet
Wait a
nothing.
second.
Now I've got to.
Oh, it's so.
He's going to be
So what do I
finished.
do? Do I just
No, it's
talk?
already doing it.
Hey, John.
Oh, no.
So it's vibrating to his voice.
What's going on?
It's
What's going
as
on?
though
What's
your
going on?
lips
What's going on?
are up against me.
Oh.
Get it back to Sadie.
How about
please.
this? Is it? Oh, goodness.
Bye.
Hey, it's the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee, Pat Godwin, Jessica Alsman, all here, as is Jeff Oskey and Ace Cosby. I'm Josh Arnold. There's Tom Griswold.
Those are good, Josh. Maybe we could tape that one and use it forever.
I would like that.
Welcome back to the program. And by the program, I mean the show. And I'm stalling here. Are we ready to go? Okay, very good, very good. We're going to hook it up. There she is. It's Alli Breen and at an unknown location. Are you at the TV station?
I am not. No, now I'm in Florida. I have the same nondescript interrogation room background, I guess.
Where are you in Florida?
Ocala. Doing Airbnb stuff.
That all looks great behind you, Alli. Great paint job.
Now, are you?
Thank you. Yeah, exactly.
Are you fixing up a house to make it an Airbnb again?
Yes, exactly.
Oh.
Yeah, it's taking a little more work than I expected, but it's fun. I need to start posting some DIY stuff because I know I'm learning a lot of weird tricks.
You could take your shirt off.
Thank you. We're on the same page, Tom.
Combination.
If you did like semi-nude DIY house painting, you'd get some people on your OnlyFans account very quickly.
Maybe you could do a DIY JOI.
That's actually a pretty good idea. One of the subscribers said that I should do one and call myself Boobs Villa, whatever.
Boobzilla?
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
Bob Villa?
Yeah.
Yeah, Boobzilla implies large boobs.
Yeah, it sounds like Boobzilla.
Yeah, he might be like Boobzillette or something.
Exactly.
Alli can be found ALLIB in the world of OnlyFans, and she can be found on social media platforms ALLIBREEN. I point this out because that's how you send letters to her. Then she reads them to us, and we do our best to try to help you with your love troubles.
I don't know if it's our best, but
we'll see. Let's get to our letter and see how we do.
Oh, we'll do great. Dear Alli, my husband's ex-girlfriend lost her job, and he was sending her some money to help out. Well, it's been over a year, and he's still helping support her. I got pretty upset with him, saying that he's actually showing her he still cares and showing me that as well. And he said she just has no one and that he's being nice. Am I the one being an a-hole here?
No.
No. He's enabling her.
Yes.
Get a job.
Yeah.
It's not your responsibility anymore. You married this other woman. Leave her alone.
What's he getting out of it?
That's a good question.
Nothing. I think he's just being nice.
Really?
Yeah, I do.
Mm-hmm.
But he obviously still cares.
No, that's a woman's perspective, which is always insane. He does.
Coming from the single guy.
Once again, signed H.J. Uber. You don't think there's any quim pro quo, if you will,
I think
quote
he
the
is
Latin?
probably just being nice.
For a year?
A year?
Okay, I don't think he's just being nice.
You think
That's
he's
my opinion.
Well, I think we've all learned that opinions can be wrong. Primarily yours.
And also, who has no one? I mean, like, there has to be some other way of getting some help after a year. That's
now, see, Josh, if this were
Get
you,
a job, that would hurt.
or
That would start.
Josh, you could step in and manage her OnlyFans account.
Oh, maybe she doesn't want to do that.
Well, then maybe it's time to hit the streets and start. Allie, to go back to our original concept of you doing this thing, did you ever remember toward the end, Farrah Fawcett was doing this stuff where she'd roll around and paint, and then she would roll across canvases and sell them?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Wait, funny. Vaguely. Did she do that for like Playboy, or she was just doing that?
No, she was selling them.
Yeah, she was.
You could, as part of your DIY series, you could do body imprints on the wall.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, definitely. There's there's plenty of wall space and plenty of paint. There might be that happening this week.
Yeah, the cleanup would be a little weird. You'd have to,
you just kind of have to roll over and paint over it.
It'd be hard to paint the wall. I mean, it'd be hard to sell her wall.
Yeah, but
exactly. I was going to say that's hard to monetize.
Yeah. You painting your wall with your butt would be amazing.
Yeah, and I think you're missing my point. Is you do an imprint you do an imprint of your body on a wall that you're going to repaint later.
And then show it.
And by the way, you want to go with latex. It's going to be really the cleanup of the naughty areas with an oil-based paint is going to be nasty. But
how much did Farrah Fawcett sell her paintings for?
Plenty. But I'm just saying, in your case, you're not selling the wall. You're selling the act of you doing it on OnlyFans, you see.
Yes. The actual
and there'd be
activity.
The actual flesh exposure would be limited because you're going to be covered in paint. You see what I'm saying?
Well, that's the thing. Totally, because there's actually naked people in Times Square that are just painted all the time, and it really doesn't look like they're naked.
And they do it at Key West.
So you essentially pour paint on the naughty parts, walk up to the wall, make the imprint, and then, hey, listen, I only want 20% of this. Who's in?
But you could get a drop cloth and just roll around in a video and then sell it to said person as well.
Oh, there you go.
That would be a lot hotter than just pushing your boobs up against a wall.
Oh, no, that boobs
I want to see how that
I didn't think it was that hot until you just said it.
How else are you going to get those corners, Allie? You got to do the cut in with a boob. It's going to be easier.
That's how to do it. Okay. I actually just want to try dipping myself in paint and rolling around and seeing if it comes out like a good painting.
I think it'd be fun.
Maybe you should hang those in the Airbnb without telling people what they are.
That's fun.
I think you could get some serious cash out of this.
I'm kind of ashamed that I used to paint, and multiple times, like, a woman would come over and be like, "Oh, I like your painting." I'd be like, "We should do a painting of you." And but I did like abstract. I'd be like, "Oh, we'll paint your body and press it against the canvas." 5 different women allowed me to do that.
Pretty awesome.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, it was really awesome.
Wow.
And then they took their painting when they left.
Are you serious?
Yeah, one of the girls I know, she still has it above like her couch, and no one knows it's her because it's all abstract looking, but it's her butt and her boobs like pressed against the canvas.
Oh,
that's amazing.
Yeah, I think, Allie, I think it would
crazy.
work because you wouldn't really
I think so too.
There'd be a minimum of exposure technically because you got paint on it.
Yeah. It's very abstract.
Jeff's story sounds like what people put on Craigslist when they're like, "Come over for a casting call," and then all of a sudden you're like pressing your boobs against the canvas.
I can't believe it worked.
I
can't either.
Times it worked.
I know.
Yeah.
Now I need to try that.
Good
the paintings
line.
came out cool looking. Like it does.
They
look
came out very
interesting.
abstract, and you'd kind of smear part of it and lay part of it. And,
Did it lead to sex or just having to like wash brushes?
well, once. The other time, one of the times it was 2 friends who did it.
Yeah.
And there was unfortunately
So,
nothing.
see, that's the
that
thing
came
to
from
say. You
that.
could just finally see your friends naked.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it was, I didn't know them. The 2 girls were friends who came over, and they both
That
wanted
doesn't
a
matter.
painting.
Naked friends.
Yeah.
Let's all enjoy.
Wow.
Oh, we were this close to a threesome.
Yeah.
Hello again.
Yeah, look at that.
If you're just
Can you
joining us,
make-
if you're just joining us, hello again. This is the Bob and Tom program coming to you from the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. We are speaking with Alli Breen, comedian. The show is called Sexy Time, and Alli is in Florida currently putting together an Airbnb. Is your sister involved in this?
No, not this one. This one is just me.
Really? Is your
Yeah.
boyfriend involved?
Nope. All me. Yeah, everyone, it's a lot of work. So everyone else is
not
stepping
doing
back.
it. Okay,
and I'm
good, great.
Diving in.
No
exactly.
Keep the profit for yourself.
I'm telling you.
One question about the painting. I wonder if you could actually make, like, if the girl has big enough boobs, if you could make them like mountains and then do like butt lakes and do like a whole.
I think that just go abstract. All you have to do is put the paint on your body, roll on the paint, roll across the thing, and it's a short movie. But that's it. That's what they want to see.
Yeah.
Yep.
You're being too creative.
You could become Jackson Pubic, I believe, would be. Depending on the nature of the brush.
Sure, yeah.
Maybe more like finger painting down there. I don't know. I think we've established a corner that I've just painted myself into. The only way out of this is to go, Alli Breen is our guest. Why don't you read us our first letter? See what I
Here we go. It's our second letter.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
See what I did there.
Yeah.
I was watching the P. Diddy coverage with my husband, and I was saying how crazy it was. That he liked to see his girlfriend have sex with other people. My husband said, I'd be surprised that a lot of guys are into that, including him. And we kind of both started talking about it as a fantasy in our sex life. But then all of a sudden I started thinking that he doesn't really care about me that much if he wouldn't be jealous. And now it's actually turned into a fight when he tries to bring it up. I don't like that he'd like watching me with somebody else. And now I can't get over it. Am I right or wrong on this?
Oh,
wow.
I think he does care about you. It's just his fetish.
It sounds to me like he really wants to do this.
Brought it up, bitch.
I'm sure.
You started this.
That's the best.
She did.
I know. She totally did. What does she expect?
This girl is not helping a woman's cause of not looking crazy. This isn't helping.
We think too much.
Man.
Just don't. You know what? Go do it. Go find some hot guy and have your boyfriend watch. Just enjoy
But
it.
then-
Actually, Jess is totally right.
He doesn't
That would
really
solve
want
it.
that.
Maybe he does. Who knows? Whatever.
Yeah, I'm kind of.
She's like, yeah, George at work is pretty. Let me bring him home.
And then if he gets mad, then he's the crazy one. See? There you go. Aw.
Don't know until you try, right?
Absolutely.
Man.
Yeah.
Boy, just setting traps.
That was a huge trap.
The best part was it wasn't even intentional. She was
Exactly.
into it and then actually got
She didn't even know it was a trap.
Yep.
So you think that's what we do? We sit around trying to make traps for
I
you.
think things turn into traps.
Okay.
Yeah.
What did he call it again?
Freak off.
Freak
A
off.
freak off. Okay. Allegedly, by the way.
Yeah.
Has anybody used baby oil like that before?
Oh, like poolfuls of baby oil?
I have
no,
never.
that
I've
just sounds.
never.
Wouldn't that get your mattress all greasy?
Wouldn't it be awful?
Yeah. I think they said he always had to pay like thousands of dollars in damages every time they used a hotel room. It's insane.
You want some friction, right?
Yeah.
Otherwise, you just keep sliding by.
It's like a slip and slide. I need a handle, for God's sake. What am I doing way down here? Alli Breen is our guest. Alli's a very fine stand-up comedian, and she's also got a DIY series. Alli, you've got to do this.
I definitely will.
The paint thing, it will absolutely work. Where do you get giant?
perfect.
Where do you get giant sheets of paper?
I can get giant canvases at any art supply.
Just get a drop cloth.
Yeah.
They're all canvas anyway.
Yeah, but I think if it's paper,
that's a good point.
If it's a drop cloth, how do you hang that up? I mean, if
Well, you wrap it around
wrap it on
the
a frame.
stretcher.
Yeah.
You can go to Michael's and
Oh,
just
yeah, you
get
just get a
gigantic
sheet, kind of,
canvases
exactly.
cheaper.
Yeah,
cheaply.
bed sheet. Then they can lay with you after they
Ooh.
purchase your sheet.
But I think the trick to this is you put the paint on and you just roll once, or it's just going to get.
Oh, is that it?
I think
it's
so.
too
Unless
much.
you do multiple colors, yeah.
But I mean, otherwise it's. But then you kind of have sort of an imprint of what's going on.
Right.
But it'd be worth experimenting. Yeah, you can Google the Farrah Fawcett thing. She did a whole bunch of them, and it kind of got.
I
famous.
will. I totally forgot about that.
Now, there's a much worse. There's a much worse technique, and this is you're going to think I'm making this up, but I am not. You can also search this. There was a guy who did enema painting.
Yeah. What?
Oh.
Keith Beaudry.
Oh,
Never
that's a real
forget his
Jackson
name.
Pollock from another. That's horrible.
No, it's true. And he would put different colors in and then...
Who would buy them?
who knows? But he would, what's the word I'm looking for? Excrete them, if you will, onto the canvas.
That is horrific.
Yeah, no, it's true. And But he had to use, as I recall, he had a special paint that wasn't going to poison him.
Oh, yeah, that could be dangerous.
It was
That's a good
rectum
point.
friendly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Imagine asking that question at the paint store.
Yeah.
Imagine trying to pick out the funnel so you can load it up.
Imagine him having to sit on that machine and get shaken.
That was probably the best part.
Yeah, I like that.
Okay, yes, that's another thing you can search. Yeah, Keith Beaudry. Once again, the show is Sexy Time. We have time for one more letter. Alli Breen, what do we got?
Dear Allie, my girlfriend got into a car accident and her ex has been texting her to see how she's been doing. I saw this and I got mad because how did he even know she was in the car accident unless they were in touch beforehand and she said he found out through a friend and I was overreacting. I'm suspicious either way. What do you guys think?
You're an untrusting idiot.
You're a lunatic.
So
Josh had to hesitate because he already used all of his bitch allowances during this break.
You can just see Josh getting angrier and angrier throughout this whole segment. It's great. It's a real progression.
This does seem a little milder than the other one. So her ex is in an accident and someone says something to him. So he says, hey, get better soon or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, when someone's in an accident, it gets around. Like you tell one friend, they tell someone.
Sure.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I think they have a history. Look, it's fine. You're fine, man. She's with you.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So are we going to end on a pleasant note like that?
Yes.
You want to go with one more? Or do you think we're good?
Let's go with one more, see what we can ruin. Go ahead. What have you got?
Okay. My wife, dear Allie, my wife is a stay-at-home mom, and she just started going to night school 2 nights a week while I'm home with the kids.
I'm against it.
At first, she'd come home right after class, and lately the nights are getting later and later.
Yeah,
and she
they
said
are.
sometimes the students need to work together on a project, and they'll just go out to a diner.
Yeah.
I'm suspicious that it's probably one person and not the whole class. How do I check up on this?
Boy, as somebody who took night classes, this happens.
Yeah.
You really, hey, let's all go grab a drink or a burger or coffee and talk about the project we have to do.
Yeah, she's not
But
going to
are
leave
there
you.
also hookups?
Absolutely. I think Jeff may have a good point here, too.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, I was just going to say, she's not going to leave you till after she gets her degree.
Right.
Like, that's why she's at school, is so she can better herself to get away from
When
you.
you have a good babysitter, you stick with them.
Yeah.
She's not going to ruin that.
Well, on that note, we'll leave that hanging. Thank you very much, Allie. You can reach Allie, ALLIBREEN, on your various social media platforms, and ALLIB on OnlyFans. You've got to try this, Allie. Do your homework.
Exactly.
Do your Farrah Fawcett homework. And,
I will be doing that.
Get back to us. Are you back in New York for the weekend?
I am. I'm going to be at the comic strip on Saturday, Sunday night.
Okay. Well, everyone go see her if you happen to be in the city. Thank you very much, Allie.
Bye, Allie.
Thanks, guys.
We got a love letter here.
We sure do regarding Raycon earbuds. Matt says, I love my Raycons. Tonight I listened to David Bowie's Space Oddity.
Oh, it's a good one.
I've loved that for some decades. I've literally never heard it the way I did with my earbuds. It's an engineering masterpiece. Holy moly. Nothing that doesn't sound better when I have them in my ears with Raycon. I'm Matt from Cincinnati, and I approve this message, he says.
Thank you very much, Matt. Raycon earbuds, we've been talking about them for a few years. They're terrific. They're about half the price of the little tiny white ones that keep falling out of your ears. They've got a 32-hour battery life, multi-point connectivity that lets you pair two devices at once. The main thing is they fit in your ear and they stay in your ear because they have adjustable, what are those called, Christy?
Gel tips.
Gel tips, thank you very much. They've got these gooey things that you put on them and then they won't go away from your ears. Am I making it clear?
Yeah.
Raycon's quick charge function, by the way, if you're in a rush, just 10 minutes of charging, you'll have 90 minutes of battery. But once again, a full 32 hours when you give it a proper charge. They have active noise cancellation. And as you heard from our letter from Matt from Cincinnati, terrific audio, great sound. Raycon even has a 30-day happiness guarantee return policy. No questions asked. By the way, check out the entire Raycon catalog by going to buyraycon.com/Tom. Right now, up to 15% off site-wide. That means all the stuff, including the over-the-head earphones, headphones, et cetera, are on sale if you use the phrase buyraycon.com/Tom. That's buyraycon.com/Tom. Everybody loves those Raycon earbuds. You will, too. We are in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. This is the Bob and Tom Show. Do break the dating rules, according to Glamour magazine.
So
which
have
are,
sex on the first date?
It says, if you had a great time and want to call him first, go ahead.
No.
What?
No. I disagree with that.
Okay.
Really? We have a new ringtone that I think is going to be available on the Bob and Tom website.
What does it sound like?
Is that right?
Play it.
That's what it
Can I
sounds
hear
like.
it?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I'm not wearing panties.
There you go.
Oh, it must be my mom.
I'm not wearing panties.
That's
Oh, Mom, come on.
I'm not wearing panties.
I can't answer
All right,
Will
I got
somebody
it. I'm
get
not wearing
that?
panties.
Hold on, I'll get it. Hello?
Ah, yes. Oh, electronics.
Oh, you
Isn't it
set
cool?
me right up.
It's all this cool digital stuff.
Fun.
Fell right in your trap, didn't I?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, once again,
Oh, wait
Glamour.
a minute.
I'm not wearing panties.
And?
Unbelievable.
Oh, yeah.
Don't drink a lot.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Well, yeah, you know what's going to happen. Uh-huh.
Yeah, because then
Hello?
you're going to break all the other rules.
Yeah, you are. Come on.
You're not going to be wearing panties, and you're going to be having sex on the first date. That's all.
Wow, is that what?
Yeah.
Wow, do not give Christy a drink.
So,
God
in other
forbid you
words-
do what you want.
Yeah. So what you're saying is go to the bartender, give him $50.
Yeah.
And
And then you'll be calling him after.
You know what Han always says? Keep a drink in her hand.
There you go.
now, do you take phone calls when you're on a date?
Oh, yeah, I bet you do, because that exhibits it. You don't care.
No, I leave the phone in case the kids call. I leave the phone there.
You know,
but
there
I
might
don't
be an
take
emergency.
Oh, and if they call, I guess they wouldn't have that ring. Sorry.
Oh, hang on.
calls. I'm not wearing panties.
It's my kids. Hang on.
That would not be on her own phone.
Hang on just a second.
I'm not wearing panties.
Oh, it's my priest. Hang on just a second.
It is not. You wouldn't have it on your own phone.
I'm going back on vacation.
You know you should.
I'll be here
Oh, wait a
tomorrow.
minute.
I'm not wearing panties.
My mother. Hang on just a second.
Hold on a
Oh,
second.
that's not me. That's my phone. Chick stole my phone and put that on as
Yeah.
the ring. I'm getting punked right now. Okay. I've got tears in my eyes.
The reviews are in, and America can't get enough of Chick McGee's Silac commercial. Fanatical fans everywhere are even watching it in reverse. You know, this actually kind of makes sense. Truth is, you won't be finding any retirement checks in your mailbox until you first go back into your house and log on to SilacINS.com. At the Silac website, you'll even find a special link just for Bob and Tom listeners. Hey, hold on now. This part shouldn't be going backwards. There we are. It's SilacINS.com. Don't go backwards in retirement. Look forward to your retirement. Look into an annuity from Silac Insurance.
Lavelle, you have, is it your wife's dog, the Shih Tzu?
Yeah, it's a Shih Tzu.
Okay.
Japanese for crap through the house.
Now, you were saying you wanted to get a new dog, so we were giving you some dog tips. Now, I'm a big fan of the Golden Retriever.
Oh, man.
Maybe I could see you with a Golden Retriever.
No, man, that's not a black dog. I'm sorry. Them Golden Retrievers need love. Black dogs, we chain them to a tree, with a truck chain, and you ever see at a real black people house, the dog be running around the tree on the truck train. He don't even bark no more. He just yelling, help, 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 help. Somebody give me some help. Call the dog whisperer. Give me some help. We don't take our dogs to the doctor. Come on, man. But it's just the thing about it. I want a dog. I'm a man. You know what I'm saying? If I'm going to have a dog, I want a man dog.
You need a Rottweiler.
Yeah, Rottweiler, a pit bull, a mastiff, or a mutt mixed with Rottweiler, pit bull, mastiff. A little mountain lion in him. I can't pet him, but he scared me to death, but I take him out anyway. Because like that, I'm looking at this. I'm thinking of this. We in 2010. You don't know what's going to happen. I might be the last man on earth, like I Am Legend. And I don't want to be out here as I Am Legend and got a Shih Tzu as my guard dog.
It's not going to eat zombies.
Right, he's not going to eat zombies or demon dog. He's going to jump in my pocket. Do something. Do something.
They're messing up my coat. You lousy shit.
But you dip a zombie in grape jelly.
Hey, I don't know how. Hey, let me tell you something. I'm gonna eat him before he eat me. Especially if I'm the last man on earth. Who you gonna tell?
That's right.
You know, but I mean, I don't like German Shepherds, but I do. I want a dog that people are scared of. And see, I live in a studio city in California where it's dog lover haven. Dogs walk around with sweaters on, and they got bottles of water. You got to pick up their poop, man. Come on, man. I'm glad my dog little. Poop ain't that big, because I mean, if he pooped like some of these dogs, I mean, a mountain of poop, and they got to shovel it up into a little plastic bag. I mean, and the dog look like you better get it before you get a ticket.
Well, in your case, obviously, since your dog does it primarily in your home,
right. Well, but I mean, he don't do it in the house no more because I laid down the law.
Oh, did you now?
Yeah, that's what.
How'd that go?
That's what newspaper subscriptions
sounds like. There was an incident.
It was his butt was sore. I'm gonna let you know that.
Here's what you do.
Yeah, right. I mean, I know people are dog lovers, and you don't want to be offending nobody. Like, oh my God, because people treat dogs better than they treat adults. I'm for real, man. I was watching Animal Planet one day, and there was a guy out in the water drowning, and there was a dog out there drowning, and they threw a life preserver out there, and they say, put it around the dog. We'll get you next. People love dogs. And my neighborhood, I want to shake it up, because I live, there's all these nice-looking dogs running around. They all walking around, bougie little uppity dog show dogs. I want to have an animal that ain't nobody going to, be able to feel safe around, like a hyena.
A big ugly dog.
Like a hyena. Or a baboon. A baboon, you have a baboon on a leash.
No, yeah.
Oh my God, that would freak somebody out because a baboon not only will eat you, it will grab hold of you and eat you while you're looking at you. Right, that's a pet.
Wow.
I want a pet I can fight off.
Those scare me.
I'm like bad shock move. I don't want no cutesy wuzzy dog. I mean, my dog got to be able to do something. I'm sorry. I mean, my dog, the dog we got now, he's just
doesn't do anything.
He don't know no trick, but he know how to get the food.
What's his name?
Big Larry.
Big Larry.
Of course. What else would it be? What does he weigh?
He's a little pipsqueak dog.
10 pounds?
I mean, he's probably about 9 pounds.
Okay, Big Larry.
Big Larry, yeah, we call him Big Larry. I just kind of gave him a big name, Since
Come on, Con.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee, Pat Godwin, Jessica Alsman, Jeff Oskey, Ace Cosby. I'm Josh Arnold. There's Tom. Having a great day.
Indeed. Yeah, we certainly are. I just thought of something. I don't know how we didn't think of this earlier.
What?
We were talking with Alli Breen, and she's in Ocala, Florida. And she is putting together an Airbnb. I guess she's got some kind of a condo that she's purchasing that she's going to turn into an Airbnb. And she was painting.
Right.
And we suggested that she cover herself in paint, roll on canvases, and sell them because she has a OnlyFans thing.
Uh-huh.
And then how did I not think of this, Christy?
What?
See, this is something you could do. And
what?
I'll help
Absolutely.
you.
Wait a minute. There's no actual nudity involved. You're just, you're taking your naked body and you're, thank you for the support, Ace.
Right.
There's the laugh right there. Thanks.
Yeah. Ace, if you're going to support me, turn the mic on, please. You take your naked body, you pour paint on it in various spots.
Right.
Now, for example, I'm just trying to think of this. You could be standing there. Obviously, you want to stand in a drop cloth. You got a nice big piece of paper laid out, like 6 feet by 10 feet.
Where's the insult coming?
And there's no insult coming. You pour say red paint on one of your boobs, and then maybe help me here, Joshua.
Blue on the other.
Blue on the other, whatever
3D.
works. And then something else in another area. Maybe your feet. And then you could dip your feet, and then you could walk across it with your feet, then roll across it just the one time. I'm telling you, there's a market for this.
You really could just do your feet on an 8 by 11.5 by 11.
Oh, yeah.
And sell them?
Oh, yeah.
I think you want to get the large, like Guernica style,
like the size of the
15
TV.
feet by 10 feet.
Murals.
That's really
almost.
big.
Yeah. And head to toe, your bangs would be making a little impression, depending on other areas. I'm telling you, there's a market for this.
There would be no wispies.
There's a market for you to do it.
Yeah.
That's sad.
Why? Why is it sad for one and not the other?
Who wants my bum imprint?
Who wants mine?
Oh, you'd be surprised.
Don't sell yourself short there, Tom. A lot of ladies and a few fellas who would.
You guys could do a combo together.
Would
oh my
you?
gosh.
Oh,
Lose
yeah.
their mind. Christy and Tom.
Well, why don't we just do the whole show on one canvas?
No, that'd be too muddy. You see, you're forgetting.
You let the first layer dry, and then you bring the next.
No, you're missing the point. It's often the areas where there isn't paint is where the art is. And there's also a Rorschach test aspect to this.
Yeah.
You know the Rorschach thing where you make what do they call them, ink blots?
Yep.
I had this thing I tried to run by a psychologist friend of mine called Rorschach tampons. I was laughed out of the office.
As you should have been.
I thought it was a terrific idea.
Pads, maybe.
Oh, no, they all have different shapes sometimes.
No, you take them out and you put them on the canvas and pound them. And then
that is that's quite a sickness, really.
a lot of mental health work now required. Well, before we go, I wanted to review the sad news about Rick Derringer because he deserves to be remembered by everybody. And Christy, you've got the story over there.
Rick Derringer, guitarist and singer, passed away Monday at the age of 77. He shot to fame at the ripe old age of 17 with his band, the McCoys, and they recorded a song called Hang On Sloopy.
Now, Halsey, do you remember this tune? I'm going to play a little bit of it for you.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's kind of an oldie.
Yeah.
He was 17, but then this next one.
His first solo hit, Rock and Roll Hoochie Coo.
Oh, yeah.
Johnny Winter had kind of a hit with this also. And I think this is Dan Hartman singing, actually. Great song.
Town Hall. Yeah, they were. They were laying.
Were the
it down.
Jokers a real band, you think?
Who knows?
I'm surprised he had time to write all this with all the gunsmithing he would do.
No, that's a different Derringer.
Oh,
yeah. I think his real name is like Zeringer or something, and he's from somewhere in I think Central Ohio. But terrific guy.
He won a Grammy for producing Weird Al's albums. So
he was in the studio with us and was a really nice guy. And he also played guitar on that dreadful song "Total Eclipse of the Heart."
It's a wonderful song.
I agree.
I like that song
Me too.
too. So good.
And you're a wrestling fan, right?
Yeah.
He did Real American, the Hulk Hogan.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah.
And Steely Dan.
Yeah, and play just a
Katie Lloyd, Gaucho.
His resume is amazing. But
also none of the good Steely.
Rest in peace.
Sorry, he apparently had heart surgery and then had some complications. So I hate to see him gone. He was with Edgar Winter's White Trash and Edgar Winter, the Frankenstein. I think that might be. He's playing on a bunch of Edgar Winter and Johnny Winter stuff. So anyway, so long. Sorry to see you go, Rick Derringer. Now, I should point out that we're going, just briefly.
Yes.
These are the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios, and this is the Bob and Tom Show.